Good evening, everybody. Welcome into our broadcast here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network, bringing you Final Four action live from Pinewood Christian Academy down here in Belleville, Georgia. Joining me here tonight will be Coach Champion, Coach Fowler, myself, Brett Taylor, and we'll be doing the whole thing here tonight. Sorry, we're a little out of breath. Had a little bit of a power surge up top here, so had to kind of correct that issue, but folks, we're ready for kickoff here, and Coach Fowler, Coach Champion, this should be a great matchup between two teams that find themselves one step away from Mercer University.
Yeah, big night tonight for both sides. It's going to be a fun atmosphere. Both teams really electric on offense. Anxious to see who plays the better defense tonight. That should determine the game.
You know, it may be one or two mistakes that determine the outcome of this thing.
Anyway, it's a semifinal game, and the atmosphere here is electric.
It's just cold.
And it feels cold. It should be cold. It's late in the football season.
That's a good thing when you're playing with jackets on.
That's right.
So set to kick Jackson Slade, and Pinewood will be back deep to receive, but that will be received at about the 28-yard line by number 32. And he gets upfield, finally tackled 32 right there.
That's 30. That's Brady Greer.
Excuse me.
That was 22.
22.
Yeah, 22
that is Preston Lowe. So Pinewood again will be on offense first. We'll see Mr. Does Everything here, Mick Wasson, number 13, coming out for the Patriots.
Yeah, Mr. Wasson is quite the player. I haven't seen him since he was a sophomore, actually. Maybe I did see him in a scouted game last year. But anyway, one of the best players in the state, athletically anyway. Got a chance to play at the next level, so I'm really going to have to key him. And they have a dynamic running back as well. And I'm not sure his name, number 15 there.
He sure looks the part, that's for sure.
Yes, he does.
So Westfield on defense first. Wasson going to run the quarterback keeper on the outside, and he gets up, picks up about 12 on the play. And just like that, first down and 10 already for Pinewood.
Kind of a quick glimpse of what they do offensively. A lot of quarterback run. They like to keep the ball on 13's hands. They ran that to the weak side, and we actually had numbers there, but it goes to show you what a good player he is. He's got a lot of speed, and he can run through arm tackles.
Right. So bear with us. We had kind of everything set up and then had a little power surge. So still trying to get the score graphic and all that stuff ready to go again.
We always say things go bumping tonight in Belleville.
Uh-oh. So first and 10 at the Westfield 43-yard line. Wasson in shotgun formation. He's just going to go straight up the gut. Finds open field, and he's gone. And he's running away from everybody and finally brought down inside the 5. Wow, he looked like he just kind of called his own number.
Yeah, a little quarterback draw. Ryan Powers ran him down, but they saw something on the inside they liked, and he took advantage of it. So they're there now on the 3-yard line. Left hash going in. It's not the start you wanted for the Hornets.
To be as long a lanky kid as he is, he's got some speed.
Got a quick acceleration too, so. I saw him play at Southland last year, and he really gave them fits, just running the football. And he can throw it as well, but he prefers to run the ball.
Well, what I understand is they got another quarterback they'll bring in from time to time and throw it to him.
So Wasson going to keep it to the outside, and he scores. And just like that, Pinewood on top, 6-0. And Mick Wasson pretty much did the whole show there.
Yeah,
for the Patriots.
They brought the H-back or fullback around to lead on the quarterback, just a quarterback lead. And he broke a tackle there right near the goal line and fell in.
Well, that drive went, 58 yards, and Wasson had all 58
Three
of them.
plays. Are they going to kick it? Looks like they kept the offense on the field.
Looks like they're going for 2 right here.
I was watching them during warm-ups kick PATs, and they didn't exactly have what I would say a steady kicking game.
So they send a man in motion, going to ride him, hand the ball off to number 15, and Westfield's there and eats it up.
I was going to say this kind of game may come back to a PAT or something like that, like we've seen in the playoffs in the last couple of years.
That's right. That's right. We played that game last week with Brookwood, where the 2-point conversions were important in the missed field goals. So those points add up, especially in these tight games like this. Now, Westfield needs to get an answer here. Keep the pressure on them.
Well, and unfortunately for us, it puts a lot of pressure on your offense that you you got to play mistake-free football because, that one mistake may be the difference in the ball game in these kind of games, especially when you got somebody like him that's looks like he's going to be hard to stop.
Seems like our return team is shifted over to the far side of the field, would be our left being on the field towards our sideline.
They're going to kick it from that hash.
They're from that hash, and they probably must have something. Obviously, our deep man's on the 20-yard line, so they must not have much of a kicking game here. But, our defense has been stout against the run all year. I suspect we'll get that cleaned up.
We got to. It's going to be a long
I was about to say.
That's right.
They're going to have to figure something out or it's not going to be fun for the Hornets.
Oh, came back this way.
So pooch kick, fielded, and Westfield has great field position. Trey Hardy with the reception on that return.
We're dodging. Like we're.
I don't know if somebody is shining deer back here behind the home bleachers or what, but
we all ducked.
We keep ducking.
I feel like Ernest T. Bass is about to come up or something.
It's like I'm in South Macon or something up here. Oh, I shouldn't say that on air.
Say that.
No, I shouldn't say that on air. No. Okay. Sorry, guys.
Too soon.
Sorry, all you South Maconites.
All right, I'm trying to get everything squared away here on the scoreboard.
You need to get us squared away.
Goodness gracious. It's amazing. So Westfield going to send a man in motion. Kirkley going to keep it. I guess it's going to be the battle of the quarterbacks here tonight.
Yeah, the play was just that zone read that they call it a power read. It looks like stretch to the backside back, but he ends up pulling it based on what the end does. Finds 7 yards, 8 yards.
Always easy when you got 2nd and 3.
Yep.
Your whole playbook is at your disposal there.
That's right, and they're kind of in that spot on the field where you don't mind taking a shot. So they're playing man, coach.
Yep. Man across the board.
Going to go out to, was that Bishop out there?
That was Noah.
Noah Blackman, excuse me.
And great job right there by number 11 coming up and making an open field tackle.
So 9:30, we'll call it, on the clock here in the first quarter. And I tell you what.
It's really a man-free defense. They have a free safety in the middle of the field, but, he can't defend this side over here. He's so far across. So it's really one-on-one matchups.
3rd and 4 here for the Hornets. Going to fake the handoff, looking to throw.
He's got Noah.
And a catch made right there. No.
He dropped it
on the way down to the ground. Wow.
Ball was a touch thrown inside, a little too much inside. If he gets that one on the point, that's a touchdown.
And decision time here.
Looks like they're running on the punt team.
Yep.
Probably smart. You're
too early in the game to be risking something giving them another short field.
Well, I don't know. You may, if you don't steal another possession at some point, you may not get back on serve.
You're encouraged by what you saw there offensively a little bit if you're Westfield, because there's some things to be had in the passing game if they're going to play a tight man on us.
So back deep to punt will be Cole Miller. Snap up, kick away, fielded, and punt. Fair catch at about the 18-yard line. So Pinewood will have the football 1st and 10 at their own 18. So now here's where adjustments have to come in, and Westfield's going to have to make some.
Well, you've seen a little glimpse at the game plan in that first possession. Wasson left, Wasson right, Wasson up the middle kind of thing.
We've kind of gotten away from playing a lot of man and gone to more zone coverage in the last couple of weeks. And, with the way they showed that they were going to run the ball in that first possession, it makes you wonder if we won't go back to playing more man and get more guys in the box, and that's exactly what we've done. And the results is we can stop that draw because now we have a full 7 in the box as opposed to the 6 we had in the previous possession.
So a 3-yard pickup right there. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
Now you wonder what the adjustment within the game is going to be.
Well, so in theory they'll come out throwing the ball.
Right.
So. Which will put a lot of pressure on our man defenders.
You got to be able to complete those passes, as we saw for
right.
Westfield. So Southland will break the huddle. It's Southland. Why am I saying Southland? Pinewood, 8:22. Coach Fowler was talking about Southland earlier. Watson drops
And
back to
there's
pass. Looking at throw, going to flush.
Hold. It's got to be a hold.
Throws, and the ball tipped away. Almost caught on the rebound, on the tip away. That pass was intended for Parker Deal. Went off his hands, and the Hornets.
And then went off another Patriot receiver, number 9 there.
So 3rd and 7 now for Pinewood, and this is, you got to get off the field right here for Westfield. We've seen, as we mentioned before, with Pinewood's kicking game not being necessarily their strong suit, if I can kind of put it that way. Get off the field right here, maybe you get a chance to get some field position of your own.
I'll tell you what, pay attention to play clock here. They're under 9, just breaking the huddle. So you got to hurry to try to get this one off. 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1.
Yep, they didn't get it.
They didn't get it,
No,
and
they let them go.
wow. And being pressured
Great
and tackled
play.
in the backfield. That'll be a sack.
Kalmbach.
That's Cameron Kalmbach.
Great job containing him from releasing from the outside on the outside shoulder. If he loses contain right there, that's a big play running the football.
Well, that's the difference in inches right there, because as Mandy just pointed out to me, Mandy Langston, he barely got a hold of those feet and knocked him down, was able to trip him up just enough. And that was important right there, because if not, if he breaks contain, he's got a lot of open field on the near side.
Well, now we're almost guaranteed really good field position.
Just got to possess the ball here.
Yep.
That's the most important thing. Is possess the ball, whether it's a fair catch or whether we just run away from it.
Get away from it.
And they're under again. They're going to have to hurry to get this one off.
They were moving, I thought, but no, get away from it. We're going to get great field position.
Yep.
Inside the 20, that ball went straight up in the air. I want to say they spotted it at the 18-yard line.
And that makes me think, that kid's a good athlete. How much fatigue plays into that, since he's on the field pretty much the entire game.
Well, I think that's just trying to make something happen right there, trying to get a big boot, because you're back deep. And
it almost looked like he wasn't expecting that snap as quick as it came.
That was the play clock right there too.
Well, when you're not a natural, when you're the punter because you're the best athlete, sometimes you forget the little things like point that toe so you can make sure that ball gets down the field. His toe wasn't pointed well, and it went straight up in the air. It happens.
So 1st and 10 for the Hornets. Kirkley going to give the handoff to Porter Falk up the middle, and I can already tell from watching film of last week's game from Pinewood that Westfield getting a little bit better push than Valwood was able to get.
Well, they're not going to be able to put as many men in the box as they did against Valwood. Valwood really kind of sold out to run the football, and Pinewood figured that out pretty early and was able to get as many men in the box as they could to make tackles.
Ooh, they're playing press man outside too. They're up in the face. Kirkley going to drop back, looking to throw the screen, set it up perfectly, breaks the tackle, get inside the 10-yard line, and I think he's got enough for a first.
That's close.
It's going to be close.
Yeah, the spot was almost right at the stick.
Looked like he went right at, like you said, right at that first down stick. They're going to call 3rd down, it looks like.
We're a little short.
So this is obviously 4-down territory, I would assume.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
This is where the old school coach in me is want to get under center and run quarterback sneak.
Quarterback sneak.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I saw that a couple times last weekend in the college game and just getting stuffed at the line of scrimmage. And a lot of it was big quarterbacks not being able to get momentum.
And they jumped offside.
They jumped. Oh, they got us for it.
They got us for a false start.
I can't see this corner over here. I wonder if maybe our split end didn't flinch.
Wow, that's huge.
Yep.
Let's go deep. Now this becomes a big play, and again, you're still in 4-down territory.
You want to get half of it back right here.
Right. So 3rd and 6, and Westfield looking to try to finish off a drive that started inside the 20-yard line of Pinewood at about the 18 after a bad punt. Dropping back to pass, looking to throw, going to throw the corner, and he's got him. Touchdown, Westfield. And the Hornet
got a flag on the other side of the field.
Wow.
I don't know what the penalty is, but it was a great blitz pickup by Porter Falk on the blitzing linebacker.
Looks like they're going to get us for an illegal formation.
Wow.
I'm assuming.
No.
Yep.
Wow.
Usually when that flag comes from that line judge right there, that's about what you're going to see.
Either the tackle, the left tackle, was too deep in the backfield, or the receiver was supposed to be on and was off, or something along those lines.
Hey, if Georgia Tech under Paul Johnson, never got called for it. Nobody should ever get called for it because
I remember Paul Johnson. That guy won games.
You run that option. It looks like a flying V.
Well.
Unfortunate for Westfield, a touchdown taken off the board.
And now what was 3rd and 1 is now 3rd and 11.
Got to get rid of that ball. Make a cut. We got to play.
And Porter cutting to the outside. He's got the first down inside the 5.
Great
and
run.
What a run.
Yep.
I tell you what, that may end up being one of the plays that kind of sparks the Hornets.
Let's hope so. Again, we're having success, but we can't afford in a big game like this to shoot ourselves in the foot with a couple of penalties. So we can obviously have some things in the passing game we found. We've been able to run the ball a little bit as well. So we just got to make sure we clean up the penalties and stick this one in here and hopefully take the lead with an extra point.
Well, thus far in the game, and I'm sure Pinewood's going to diversify and feature more players, it seems like the Hornets have kind of spread it around where Pinewood has really been focused on trying to get Wasson.
Oh, we're going to get
I think we're going to get a hold. Another touchdown for the Hornets.
It's either a hold
but
or
a flag.
A chop block.
And so hold the phone. We'll see what the flag is on. Man, I tell you what, we've seen 3 flags in 4 plays. Holding.
Yeah, it started with the high snap, kind of messed the timing up, but Westfield had gone to a heavy set there where they had taken the right tackle, Seth Andrews, and moved him over to the left side and put Ryan Powers as the tight end on the right, but he was really lined up where the tackle was supposed to be. So you ended up having Cole Miller and Seth Andrews and Hudson McGee all on one side, and they were going to run a little power play. And we scored, really, without until they threw the flag. So now we're 1st and goal from the –
Yeah, I think the hold I think the
13.
defender was falling regardless and probably was going to take himself out of the play. But nonetheless, the White Hat sees it, calls it,
right.
And the Hornets
blitz off the edge.
Pass into
– Oh, what a catch.
Wow.
Catch. Ryan Powers.
What a throw and a better catch by Ryan Powers. No flag on that play, and the Hornets tie it up here 6-all.
I'll tell you, Ryan Powers, at least, if not more than once a week, makes a play that makes me think that's a next level play.
That's a highlight reel catch right there.
I'm just telling you, he's got the ability to play at the next level. He constantly impresses me. And that's not they ended up scoring anyway. But that was also the same guy that ran down Wasson on the long run a while ago.
It's all about effort.
That's right.
So in for the kick, Jackson Slade. Snap is good. Hold down, kick up, and good. And the Hornets take the lead 7-6 here. Again, Final Four. Let's take a quick look at our bracket. And I know it's pretty much down to what everybody kind of knows at this point. But as you see, Westfield taking on Pinewood here in our matchup here tonight. And they'll meet the winner of Tift Area and John Millage, unless I said this last week. And apparently there was a COVID forfeit.
Well,
there wasn't another one, was there?
That's what I was going to say is this is the first playoff game that Tift Area is actually going to play. And I think their first game in 3 weeks.
Wow. So we'll keep an eye on that score and see how that one comes out. Again, I would venture to say that John Millage probably a heavy favorite in that contest.
They are, but Tift Area is a scrappy bunch. And a lot of times, at the end of the season, 3-week break, that's
get a little healthy.
You can heal up.
Well, or you can get a lot rusty too. I think I'd be wanting to play at this point, but you never know. I would say with it being in Milledgeville, I think that gives John Millage a huge advantage.
I would agree.
All night long.
Sorry. Please no.
This is the year we didn't have to hear that song.
And we got
I love Lionel
Richie over here singing.
I love Lionel, but
not 42 times like we heard it that night.
A little better kick there.
And doing a good job right there. I believe that's number 11.
That's 11.
Jade Bradley.
It may not surprise you that Brooks Barber made the tackle on the kickoff.
Yep. I think he has every tackle on special teams this year.
So what you're saying is you got a special teams specialist over there.
Yes, you do.
So the Hornets on defense for the third time tonight. A little bit, better field position for the Hornets defense, or field position, not as good a field position for Pinewood.
You've got a little momentum after the score. You need to get off the field here. Got to get a stop.
3
get the ball
and out
back.
would be huge.
That's right.
So Wasson back in the gun. He's got 2 receivers here to the near side. He's going to run quarterback keep and does a good job of getting by. He takes a pop from Ryan Powers, and I think he's got enough for the first. No, he's going to be just short, about a yard short.
This is turning into the Powers and Wasson show.
Right.
Hey, I think you said it best, Coach Fowler. It's going to be a slobber knocker that's probably going to go down to the end. Could be a score fest.
Yeah, I would think it would be. We'll see. Hopefully we'll be fine and we can possess the ball and can run some clock. But again, we go back to that zone. Now we're in more of a man look. But
so Wasson going to hand the ball off here. Hit immediately is number 15.
Though.
He got the first. That's Parker Deal, and he's going to pick up the first down. Good job of Westfield's defense up front, but still not enough. And Pinewood moves the chains.
You kind of get into some games too. It's easy to say, okay, well, we'll play more man because they're running the ball more. We'll take away that run, and then they're going to throw, et cetera. So now you start playing some games. Now you give them a zone look, but maybe you're blitzing. You can do some things that play games with the coordinators can kind of play games back and forth.
So in the gun, 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. Wasson going to hand the ball off to Deal. No, excuse me, that's not Deal. That's number 22. That's Preston Lowe. Ryan Powers comes up with the tackle.
He made a great play from his corner spot. Really came up and forced and set the edge. We're getting some of our linebackers are getting caught in traffic a little bit, trying to flow to the outside.
The one thing I'm worried about is getting hit deep for the Hornets because everybody's kind of inching up.
Well, and I mentioned we were playing zone, and we have, but everybody's within the 7 yards of line of scrimmage, and we got all 11 guys up in there tight.
So you've got to really run with these receivers here to the near side and watch for a back sneak it out of the backfield. Wasson, and that's exactly what Pinewood is thinking. Wasson going to get up the middle, a hold on the play. Powers comes up, misses a tackle. Wasson continues
a hold or a chop block one. It's kind of
to go, and Seth Andrews standing right by the flag there in the middle. And we'll see what the call is. Looks like it's going to be in the area of a holding, and that will force Pinewood into a 2nd down and 18 on the play.
Wasson just runs the ball so hard. I mean, you can't just arm tackle him. He's going to.
He doesn't go down with first contact. That's for certain.
You really need to hit him and wrap up and allow your teammates to rally to the ball.
It's been a relatively sloppy game regarding the penalty end of it. I mean, some big plays that have been negated.
Wasson
blitz here from
keeping the ball, looking to throw, and he's going to throw out of and 40s 5 yards down the field.
Yeah, I don't.
That's got to be an illegal man downfield.
Yeah, it looked like he had 70 down the field. He was just getting rid of that ball.
Yeah, that was not a design pass. That was a run, and he threw it away because he knew he was going to get tackled for a loss.
Yeah, right. That was definitely. I mean, they normally give you about 2 or 3, but if you go past that should be an illegal man downfield.
Well, you're third and a mile and a half here. This is where you have to get off the field.
Yep.
And keeping everything in front of you. Wow, he's really deep. Okay, so they're trying to get men out of the box here to give him some running room in the middle.
We send 6 guys.
And fumble on the ground. Wasson fumbles, and Westfield may have it. Looks like they do.
Luke White on the strip sack.
Wow.
And Seth Andrews on the recovery. That's a huge play for the Hornets.
And that was one of the things that I was concerned about for the Hornets was the defensive play, because we've seen them giving up so many points to start the last couple of weeks. But I tell you what, they really come to play here in the.
We don't have the benefit of replay, but we run this long distance defense, this 3rd and long type defense, where we put 3 men down and we move Cole Miller to linebacker, and it's like he usually blitzes from that spot, and I wonder if that might not have been it. But Luke White just came running straight free and he got a great shot on the quarterback.
So Kirkley, this looks like a shot play, trying to pick his way through. He's going to go down for a sack. And a good job by Pinewood coming back and making a good play on defense. That was kind of doomed from the start. It looked like Kirkley lost his footing.
Yeah, and Coach Champion, he might not agree with me on this, but, so a lot of times, as good as this overseat would ride look, sometimes it can get a little slick.
It can.
When it's when that dew drops a little bit. So.
All right, so do they still use cleats where they can change out the heads? We used to change out to the longer.
Most of them are molded
now.
Screen.
And running a screen. And is that Noah?
Yep.
Noah is got a great path to the end zone. I think he got – they're going to mark him down
short.
At the 1.
Yep, I'm going to mark him short.
Inside the 1.
I think that's probably a good call right there. It looked like his knee hit before he got in.
He was telling – I don't know who the receiver was.
To get out of the way.
Well, he wanted him to turn around and block the guy.
All he needed to do was get in the way of him. Wow. I tell you what a play call right there.
Yeah, beautiful
and
play.
The offensive lineman got out there in no man's land and really sealed off a wall there for him.
Now see if we can get this one in without all the going backwards.
Without the penalties.
Yeah. They moved that spot back some.
We got going on here.
I don't know why Are they going to send Noah out because his helmet?
His helmet came off,
Helmet came off.
All right. So we getting things set back here, it looks like.
Harper Shelton?
Yeah, Harper Shelton coming in. They moved the spot back to the 2-yard line.
But why is the clock not running?
They stopped. They stopped it because of the helmet coming on.
Gotcha. So that starts back at the whistle for the white hat, not the place.
It should
snap.
Yeah.
There it goes. What? Oh, my goodness. We move again. Yep.
Oh, my. Whew. Are they getting paid by how many flags they throw tonight?
Well, sometimes, sometimes, and I don't know what's going on. I haven't seen the motion or whatever, but sometimes you do something a certain way all year, and it doesn't get flagged all year, and then you get a different crew from a different part of the state. And they call things different. That's right. They see it
this
differently.
crew's from Atlanta.
I heard somebody say that earlier. So you never know. That could be part of it too.
You're always so level-headed, Coach.
Thank you. My boss is sitting right next to me.
You always come from a perspective of giving the benefit of the doubt, where us crazy people like me.
I've said it. I've said
called timeout.
I've said it here on air before. Once the referee throws that flag, he's not going to put it back in his pocket. So you just accept it and move on. You don't have to like it.
So we'll take a quick break and come back with the rest of this drive. Hornets are leading 7-6, driving right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I chose to get the vaccine because I did not want to risk getting sick myself and taking that virus home to my family or to my elderly grandparents.
My mother and grandmother are cancer survivors, so I just wanted to make sure that I'm as safe as possible.
I did it for my family, to keep them safe and to keep me safe.
There is a choice now, and I chose to make that choice for my friends and my family.
And welcome back into the Hornets nest. Listen to me. Goodness gracious.
To Hornets football.
The Hornets football. Looks like is that Lowell Coley Field here on the campus of Pinewood Academy, Pinewood Christian Academy.
In the thriving metropolis of Belleville.
Hey, I like Belleville. It's a quaint little town.
Well, we started to stop. It looked like at the store up there it was happening tonight, so we started to stop on the way in.
You've got.
Well, we knew they wouldn't let Danny Camp in.
I was about to say you got a special visitor.
Was that where the shots are coming from?
Maybe.
So 1st and goal for the Hornets, sending a man in motion. They're going to hand the ball off to Porter Falk. Porter Falk cuts upfield. He does get tackled inside the 5. I tell you what, if he cuts it up earlier, he probably scores. So 2nd and goal from about the 2-yard line, we'll call it.
Yeah, I agree. I thought he could have cut up maybe behind Bishop's block, but, we've got that's kind of right in my line of sight from up here. So we've got kind of a great vantage point of that. It's hard to see that real speed.
You got to give the kid credit. 11 came up and made a really good play.
Absolutely. He kind of forced Porter to hesitate and then went low on him and grabbed his legs.
We've lost it down, but got the spot back from where we started.
So right here, you just want clean football and try to finish this drive off.
You see how wide Brody McDaniel was lined up. It makes you think there's run coming this way.
So handed the ball off to Porter. Porter going to cut inside, and good job by the Pinewood defense setting the edge, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal.
They tried to bounce it, but they had kind of smelled that one a little bit.
Well, they probably saw formationally the same thing you saw, possibly.
Well, those are things that kind of tip you sometimes. It doesn't always mean that's going to be the case, but.
So this should be the last play of the first quarter. Westfield knocking on the door. I would assume this is 2 down to score
it'll
here.
It'll be an interesting decision because you might go with the field goal. We're close. I would say that's definitely in.
And it becomes a touchdown difference, too.
Kirkley inside. I don't know. That's close enough. Down
now
almost to 1.
Now you may go for it.
But you let the clock run out right
oh,
here.
yeah. Start the first quarter.
Take the quarter, get a great play in. You're on about the 2 or 3 yard line. But, having said all that, you're in the middle of the field.
Well, worst case scenario, you don't get it. They've got to go 99 yards.
Right.
That's right.
So we'll take a quick break here at the end of the first quarter. Hornets on top 7-6 right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
And welcome back inside Hornet football here, Lowell Coley Field. And the Hornets inside the 5 yard line here, down to about the 2. And
yeah, we're heavy, kind of got that heavy set right again.
With an empty backfield. Yep.
So maybe see if we get maybe Noah on a little jet action here.
Either that or try to get.
And Kirkley gets 8 up. Probably should have given that, and that would have probably been a touchdown. Wow.
Yeah, that's possible. He did have a threat to his outside. I don't know if he could have got there or not.
That did not look like a read.
Well, obviously you want to score right here, but you put Pinewood under the gun a little bit too. So, obviously you want 7 points or 3, but now they've got to come out of a deep hole.
Right.
And all you got to do is, if you get a stop right here, you're going to get good field position again.
And you gotta be thinking here you're going to get a heavy dose of 13 coming at you. So
13 or 15.
So they thinned us out again. We've only got it's a run set.
Going to send a man in motion. Going to fake the handoff. No, hand it off. And great play right there by the Hornets.
Brady Greer.
Yep.
Might have gotten 2.
And if he doesn't get him,
he got a yard.
If he doesn't get him, it's trouble.
So Westfield trying to take advantage here of the pinned-in Patriots. Wasson going to be at quarterback yet again. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Spreading the Hornets out yet again. And looking to throw the quick screen, and it's dropped right off the hands of the receiver. Walt Durrance was the intended receiver. Coverage out there.
There's been a Durrance at this school for the last 100 years.
I was about to say, I know that name. If you've been around Pinewood at all, you know the name Durrance.
I'm sure there's more to come.
Oh, guaranteed.
Of course, Eddie Durrance, a long-time basketball coach here. In fact, is the gym named after him?
Yeah, it is.
Coach? I thought it might be.
Gym, but you remember we were here the night they named it.
I do, yeah. We've got a great story to go through that. We'll have to tell you some other time.
You always have a great story, Coach Fowler.
No, Coach Champion and I share this one.
You stay around long enough in this league, you have plenty of stories.
Make a tackle.
And Wasson breaks tackle after tackle, and goodness gracious, Westfield has a chance to get him down twice, and he breaks tackles.
Yep.
He's just a great athlete. You're not going to arm tackle him.
But you got to hit him.
Yeah, you got to wrap him up, and you got to go low. Right there, Trey Hardy made a great play. Otherwise, he may score right there.
I think he would have, yeah.
Well, there was your opportunity. And unfortunate for the Hornets, they kind of bailed Pinewood out there with missed tackles.
Go back, we were talking about Eddie Durrance. He's probably one of the best basketball coaches ever coached in this league, and did it here for a long, long time in basketball and in softball. People don't realize what a good softball coach he was.
Good play right there by Seth Andrews.
I'm going to tell you who he reminds me of. Nick Fitzgerald.
I could see that.
From Mississippi State a couple of years ago.
Oh, I got you. Yeah,
just like a
I
battering.
had to place the name. Yeah, I got
just
you.
like a battering ram.
All right, Brett. There's a lady named Leanne that says your camera work's got to be a little bit better.
I'm trying. Yes, Miss Leanne, I apologize.
She will critique you well.
Tell her that I'm working with what I got.
She's probably got a list of things for me and Ken, too.
And that's myself. So
I put her on ignore. I can do that. I don't have to go home to her.
Going to fake the handoff. Watson keeps it, but a good job of making the tackle from behind. And that'll force a third down and 6, we'll call it.
We've played their run game well the last two plays.
We did a good job with some penetration right there.
I'm going to tell you, the play where Watson picked up a first down, I think the Hornets were there.
Yeah. They
played it well. They just couldn't
tackle.
make a tackle. So I think that's going to be the name of the game for the Hornets on Watson. You got a gang tackle.
Get him to the ground.
Get him to the ground somehow. Trying to get a cheap 5. And changing the play at the line. Watson going to look to throw, and that ball is incomplete. And the Hornets potentially going to get off the field here. Not the field position they were hoping for, but after the big first down from Watson, I'm sure they'll take it.
Well, you figure with their kicking game struggles, I guess, you're going to get pretty decent field position anyway.
Yeah, I tell you, I haven't watched any of the film on Pinewood, but I'd be tempted to play like a safe here because they don't have an electric kicking game anyway.
And they've got a punter that can run the football.
And the punter is potentially the best athlete in our league.
Yeah.
Ooh, it looked like he was going to take off with it.
He thought about it.
And a good kick right there from Watson. And that'll die, but actually take a Hornet bounce. Get away from it. What are you doing?
They've touched it.
Yeah.
We could have picked it up and run there and been no
penalty.
No worries.
So the Hornets get the football back. 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
I'll tell you, the offenses have been both pretty good, but
they haven't been all scoring.
Scoreboard doesn't indicate it, does it?
I agree, but I rewatched last week's game. You realize it was 21-14 at the end of the third quarter.
Oh, yeah. And then ended up.
Goodness gracious.
They say on, was it SpongeBob?
Yeah.
3 hours later.
Yeah. And somehow we ended up both teams in the 40s. And it was 21-7 for most of the game until a late touchdown. Looking to pass,
they got
Kirkley.
Covered up pretty good. They found Powers.
Powers, and what a play right there. Kind of a diving catch away from his body.
Right. They kind of had us matched up, and nothing was really open. And Powers just did a good job of kind of sitting down in the middle of the zone and saying, hey, kind of making himself visible to the quarterback.
It's just scary when you get a quarterback rolling and throwing back against his body.
Yep. He found a soft spot, though. Coach Fowler, you're right, Coach Champion. That's kind of not what you're supposed to do as a quarterback. Throw against the grain, and there's a first down pickup for the Hornets. And Watson comes in and delivers a lick, and Porter Falk is not the guy you want to make mad.
Yeah.
That's first down.
It's first down.
Him and Watson may exchange words for the rest of the night after that lick.
Well, there was no whistle.
I mean,
Watson's not in the wrong, but I'm just saying Porter didn't take kindly to it, obviously.
I will say, though, in the college game, that might have gotten flagged for helmet-to-helmet.
Targeting.
Yeah.
If you touch the water cooler wrong, they'll flag you for targeting in a college game.
I am very, very much in favor of protecting the players, but I pray targeting never gets thrown into the high school game.
I think it would be way too hard for high school officials to have to officiate that. And you don't have the advantage of replay to try to overturn a suspension.
We called timeout.
So the Hornets going to take another timeout.
That's our second.
But I would rather you burn all of them in the first half and save them. We'll stay here, actually. We've taken a few breaks already.
There actually is targeting in the high school game.
Right.
But it's not an ejection like it is in the college game.
And it's got to be egregious.
Yeah, it's got to – I mean, it's – more of the emphasis in high school ball has been with the blindside block, the peeling back block.
And that's understandable.
And you've seen that really come alive in college, too, for a little bit.
That's probably the most dangerous when that defender or that guy is basically can't see it coming.
It's almost as bad for the blocker because I was the blocker coming in on those old crackbacks on the tall sweeps, and you brace for it, and that almost is worse than getting just leveled. So 1st and 10 for the Hornets at their own 42. Hand the ball off to Porter Falk. Falk breaks a tackle, but a good job leg tackling there. They're sending a lot.
Yeah. A lot of pressure in the backfield on that one. They were barely able to get a clean handoff to Falk. So 2nd and long now.
So 2nd and 9 for the Hornets at the 43-yard line of their own.
I tell you, we kind of found a home in this little trips look, 3 receivers to one side.
So
stayed in a good bit. Sorry.
No, you're good. Porter Falk eclipsed the 1,000-yard mark last week, and Kirkley eclipsed 700 yards rushing as well. Looking to throw, and going to swing it out and almost picked off.
Yep.
They're lucky right there. There is a flag on the play. There may be an illegal touching potentially.
That's pass interference on us.
Wow. Tell you what, you got to make the play though.
I don't know. That might be wise to decline that if I was Pinewood.
Yeah.
3rd and 9 versus 2nd and.
Well, that's a 15-yard penalty, though.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think.
Well, if that's the case.
But that should be from the spot, right?
No, it goes back to the previous
line of scrimmage.
I always forget that's 15 yards. I always think it's 10.
That's one of those. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of
bad.
Those. So it's hard to turn down 15 yards right there.
Every day. No doubt about it. When I didn't realize it was that. I always forget it's 15 in high school. But.
Yeah, it's weird. And now we have to be smart and know that a punt is okay right here.
Kirkley looking to throw deep, and he's got a man open.
He's got Blackman. Yes, sir.
And he connects on it, and he may score. Wow, what a play. Holy.
I openly root for the Hornets on the air. Sorry.
It's quite okay.
I don't know how you let somebody get behind you 2nd and
25.
I don't know, but I can tell you this. Noah, he's got so much speed, and it's kind of sneaky.
Well, it's almost like they got caught staring in the backfield.
A little bit, especially when Kirkley kind of rolled to his right. And maybe he was on the backside, and they kind of lost him a little bit.
It seems like we played the vast majority of the game down on our offensive end down here.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you what can't happen is we got
to come away with some points. Yes, absolutely.
So Kirkley going to follow.
That should be a penalty.
Wow.
It is.
But that's not an automatic, but it'll be 1st and goal inside the 5.
The fence.
Is Kirkley okay is the thing. Did he go over the fence?
I think he slid underneath.
I think he went through the fence.
Holy cow.
Was there
There is like 100 flags on the turf over there.
Did we miss anything after the play?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Well, that's
Mick Watson.
That's Watson.
Yeah.
I don't know what the discussion can be unless maybe there was some extracurricular after the play. It's tough for them, and I'm not excusing anything, but it's tough for them to see your teammate get thrown through a fence and not immediately try to retaliate and, a little shove or something. I'm hoping that's not what happened.
A lot of discussion over there, that's for sure.
Sure is. That's the personal foul on them. Dead ball. See?
Yep. We retaliated.
Yep.
That's kind of
we retaliate and they get you.
I'm not a fan of that.
Yep.
And I'll tell you why. Because I'm back to Coach Fowler. To me, you have to let players protect their teammate. Now, if they throw a punch, you obviously got to do something there. But in that situation, that was obviously happened very quickly, and it seems like you bail out the team that committed the foul to begin with.
Yeah, tough break there for sure.
But you would like to see more discipline, but it's real hard to see a teammate go down. And
well, all personal fouls aren't created equal.
That's yes.
And that was
a
little bit of a late shove that would have been harmless if they had more room on the sideline. But when you slide through a fence, it looks bad.
Yeah.
Luckily for us, it looks like Kirkley was unharmed in that, which is great.
The optics aren't good. So 1st and goal. Oh no, 2nd and goal. And the ball goes out of Power's hands.
Yes. Had to kind of rush his throw because he had pressure in his face. And I thought it was almost a late hit, but big play here for the Hornets.
Tell you what, that even makes it worse. I thought with the offsetting it was just going to reset the down, but I guess they called it.
They're both dead ball penalties, so the
play counted.
Play counted.
I always find it funny if he's out of bounds, he gets shoved out of bounds, that's dead ball.
Pressure.
Set up the screen.
Can he get it?
Nope.
Nope, but we got it. We're in the decision zone again, right? 4th and goal from the 2 or 3.
I think you have to take points here.
Maybe so, but I tell you, the kicker's coming on.
And I changed my tune from earlier.
Yeah, I agree with you. My only caveat is that it's right hash, and that's a tough angle.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, it is tough.
So Jackson Slade will come on. With 5:30 to go here, first half. Kick up and good.
No
good.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's going to go back to the 20, and that's one thing that you got to think about. Now you miss the field goal, they get 17 yards worth of field position out of the
I've always thought that they shouldn't bring it out past where the line of scrimmage was, But if it's
they're trying to encourage field goal kicking at the high school level, I guess.
Man, I tell you what, I don't know how this game's going to end up, but twice inside the 5 with no points that hurts. Defense has got to keep standing tall.
And handed the ball off to Deal. A good job at making a tackle out there.
That was a good play by Bryant Greer, getting a hold of his jersey.
Westfield's going to walk in if this holds here at the end of the half, or to the end of the half, going in, probably kicking themselves a little bit.
Plenty of opportunities.
3 times inside the red zone, only able to come away with 1 score. Wasson breaks through the line.
Oof. Almost broke out of there.
Touchdown saving tackle by Trey Hardy right there.
Tackle, bring up 2nd down and 5.
All right, they're kind of just trying to establish that running game here, so we need to buckle down and make a play here, get them behind the chains a little bit.
I think everything they've thrown has been a little short.
Yep.
Short
out
game.
in the flats.
Left side of that line and he'll pick up 4, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 1.
I know one thing, that Joker's a tough kid.
They're going to try to run sweep.
They run it sneak to get the 1st down right there.
I saw him under center. We got a penalty. That's a sideline warning, I guess.
I think they're saying they're not set. No, it's Coach Kim, and they're going to get him for a 15-yard penalty.
No, what the? Oh, he's writing it down, I guess, is why. Okay.
Yep.
Oh. It wasn't a warning, I guess.
No.
I can tell you that's exactly what he's saying. He's saying they're not set, and he's seen it a couple times on plays previously is what they're upset about, because I can tell you on the previous 1st down run, Parker Deal was definitely in motion before the ball snapped.
We had that hemmed up.
And a hold. That was definitely 57 held.
And he's down.
And he's down.
He held Cole Miller so much, and that's going to be a touchdown for Pinewood. Goodness gracious. Woo.
We had that stuffed where it was supposed to be run. He just bounced it and found some room to the outside.
Well, I can tell you this. Unfortunately, 57's down hurt. Cole Miller is probably pretty upset because it's like a WWE move on the inside in there.
Well, and all that may be true, and we got the penalty, unfortunately, that hurt. But if we put the ball in twice inside the 5, we're looking
Yes, you're fine.
Right.
Yeah.
So game stoppages here.
Yep.
In the last
there's been
minutes.
more flags in this game than we've seen the entire year since the first game of the season, probably.
The head referee's going over to speak to Coach Fitzpatrick, which gives Rob a chance to explain what they're upset about,
Well, the one thing that's one thing I don't like about officiating in playoffs. A lot of times you get these crews, and all this stuff is it's graded, I guess, to the point where these guys they don't want to miss anything. I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, you got to have them, and somebody doesn't agree. Always.
No, I don't disagree. Yeah. I just say it's definitely geared towards having more flags thrown in the playoffs than you probably would in the latter part of the regular season. And I think that's the frustration with the coaching. And obviously Westfield probably very frustrated not being able to score.
Sure.
That's inside the 5.
That's the tip of the spear there.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got to stick those 2 touchdowns in.
Westfield's really dominated the game. I mean, other than 2 big drives and Wasson.
Really 2 plays.
Right.
2 long quarterback runs have hurt us.
Sending a man in motion, going to run speed option here.
Sweet, but we got him pinned up.
Yep. Great job. And
that field shrinks a little bit down there by the goal line, and we can get our safeties and corners up tight and helps us against the run.
So Westfield trails 12-7 after the touchdown run from Mick Wasson.
I tell you, it's we don't know what the score's going to be at halftime, but if you're Pinewood, you go in and you feel good as you've got the lead right now, but it's kind of been ugly. I mean, like I said, outside of really 2 plays by the quarterback on the quarterback run, they really haven't had a whole lot of offense.
But I tell you what, Westfield's moved the ball up and down the field.
Yep,
no doubt.
And this is kind of reminiscent of last week. I mean, especially in the first half, the Hornets kind of dominated the game from a statistical standpoint, running and passing. But if you can't put points on the scoreboard, it really doesn't matter how many yards you have.
That's right.
They don't decide the game on yardage.
That's
exactly.
Right.
You got to put points on the board and finish off drives. Unfortunately, the Hornets have not been able to do that
Well, we've got time. There's a little over 3 minutes left in the half. So we've got time to, and with them kicking it short, if we can possess the ball, we've got time to get something going.
Oh, wow.
We can't. It's hard to see the sideline from here. It looked like he was out of bounds to me.
And it's tight over there, too.
But you know the Hornet faithful over there is like, we've got about 15 flags on us so far in the first half.
But
they're looking for something to get upset about.
But here's the thing. We're on the plus side of the 50, 49 and a half yard line.
With 3 minutes to go.
With 3 minutes.
Plenty of time.
Plenty of time. We only have one timeout. But, I mean, so Pinewood in that, well, I was going to say cover 3. It's cover 1, really, I think. We moved.
Yeah, we moved.
Yeah, I think Kirkley's saying they're yelling something out on defense. That call that you see a lot in college is disconcerting signals. And you could see Kirkley yelling or saying, hey, they're saying something.
Well, and a lot of it at the college level is the clapping.
Right.
But you're not allowed to call signals. But
we've got to clean up these penalties in the second half.
Oh, my. What a play.
It was a good play.
Yep.
Kirkley threw that a little bit off his back foot because he had some pressure in his face.
Ball a little short right there.
Right. I think if he could have stepped into that one, Noah had his man beat. But like I said last drive, right now the defense has got to stand tall right here and get a stop. You're still in good shape. We get the ball back coming out of the half.
Yeah, we get the ball to start the second half. So all you got to do is just get a stop.
Get a stop.
Here.
Yep.
Go to the locker room, compose yourself a little bit.
Right. Tell you what, 15 has come out of the game again. They're playing 22 a lot. I was under the impression that 15 was their main guy, but maybe not. Outside of Watson, number 13.
Man, I tell you what, he had him beat too.
We blitzed right into that play. Great call by Coach Kinsler.
Rolling the dice a little bit there.
Yep.
Giving Pinewood a little dose of their own medicine there.
Cameron Comeback blitzed right into the play and went for a loss. That's one way to tackling before it gets started.
That's the Lee County method. When in doubt, send everybody. I watched them play Northside one year in the state championship game up there, and it seemed like they had 11 guys on the box the whole game.
They're welcoming the Buford University tonight down in Leesburg.
Ooh, that'll be a barn burner.
Missing the tackle. Look at the throw. He's got a man wide open. Wow.
Just a little confusion in the coverage and left somebody run free.
Wow.
I saw their coach pointing up here to their coach up here in the box. He must have seen something.
So, again, go for 2.
Well, I think we got caught staring in the backfield again.
A little bit, yep. That's usually the case when somebody's running that wide open. But, they haven't. We mentioned this earlier. They haven't run the ball down the field at all.
That's the first real long pass they've been able to complete.
Right,
but, I mean, he didn't have a man 20 yards around him. So 18-7 your score. The Hornets trail all of a sudden. The first half pretty much dominated by the Hornets from a statistics standpoint other than the 3 big plays. Running the ball, and Westfield does a good job setting the edge. Illegal man downfield has to be. Yeah, look.
Yeah,
the offensive lineman's 8 yards downfield. Yeah, has to be.
Yeah, he called it. You can decline that. And just
decline it and move on.
Yep, an eligible man downfield. And all these missed opportunities for extra points may come back to bite Pinewood.
I was kind of wondering about that play because it was pretty obvious what the play was going to be, quarterback sweep left. And they've kind of run the same play over and over again, but I guess that's a little option he's got off of it.
Yeah, but I don't think that was an option. I think it was
Maybe
back to that play we saw on the near
Right.
side earlier where he just decided to throw it. He kind of looks a little bit like Bo Nix out there from Auburn trying to find somebody to throw to after there's a man about 12 yards down the field.
Right.
Westfield
still plenty of time, though. If we
got to show some resolve here if you're the Hornets. You know you can move the football. You know you've been able to stop them. You got to clean things up and kind of settle down. I think that you've gotten a little bit out of
sorts.
Yeah, out of your game plan here because you're upset about the officiating, and you've allowed it to kind of creep into your performance.
We've got our hands group up here. I see a couple of our offensive linemen here on the side.
Well, we've had this same look all of the kickoffs that they've had. I guess we just know that they're not going to kick it deep.
Uh-oh, don't look over your head. All right, that's Kirkley with the ball. You like him with the ball in his hands for sure.
He's got a little lane up the middle and great field position yet again. Hope he's okay. Still down on the field.
Yeah, I think somebody was just laying on him.
And now we're back in the same situation we were 2 minutes ago.
Just with a minute less to work with. And again, even on the interception that turned the ball over a minute ago, we were behind the defense.
Yeah, he was wide open. He had about 4 steps on the defender. You just got to lay that one out there. He was not able to get enough on the football. Rolling Kirkley to the right, looking to throw, and just not able to get the ball enough on the ball.
Brought pressure off the edge, and they had to draw a little more than we had to block. And they're playing a lot of man coverage and just, sending pressure, trying to force a bad throw or force a hurried throw.
Why is the clock still running?
Yeah, why is the clock running? The clock.
It should be about 1:58.
Yeah, I don't think the clock ever.
Well, I know people love to say, that's hometown kick.
Nope.
No,
that's the officials.
That's one of the official crew there running it. So a lot of times with that, they use that little trigger.
Yeah,
sometimes
you
hit
don't
it by
hit it
accident,
square.
or you think you hit it to stop it, and you actually started it, and it just happened to me in basketball.
I was saying anybody that's ever kept a basketball clock knows that.
They probably gave us.
I think that Westfield maybe has gotten away a little bit from the run game, too.
Well, that should be there. The screen game should be good if they're going to keep blitzing like they are, and that's 12 yards. We don't have to be in a huge hurry yet.
No,
149.
no.
Still
have
have
plenty of time.
Pretty sure we still have one timeout left.
So what the scoreboard says anyway.
I only remember twice Hornets calling timeouts. Dropping back to pass,
Backside
rolling
pressure.
right side, throw, and the ball dropped, almost picked off. Is that Powers?
Yeah, he'd tell you he's got to catch that ball. Thrown a little behind him, but Powers would tell you he should have caught that ball. But end of the day, clock stops. Not a huge deal.
Yep.
They're trying to take away the deep ball, so we're going to be able to throw the ball underneath a little bit here. If we can get enough protection and get rid of it.
Take chunks.
Yep. And the clock will stop every time we get a first down.
Yeah, you got plenty of time. I mean, you're at the 40-yard line, minute and a half way. Clocking rules are you're fine.
Quarterback draw.
Yes, sir!
15 kind of slipped the block there and made the play. If we made that block, it's actually a big play.
So the Hornets 3rd down and 10 with about 1:10 to go here in the first half. And the last probably 4 minutes of this quarter have really turned the direction of the game. The Hornets really need something positive here to end the half. Kirkley looking right, going to roll, throws the deep out to Powers. Powers slips a man, gets around another defender, and he's finally tackled. It looked like he got past Watson And not sure who made the tackle, but Ryan Powers.
Ends up being number 5, I think, coming across.
That's Mason Schumann. So 1st and 10, and there's the big play that the Hornets were looking to get. And the Hornets have got to.
Now we got to start.
Yeah, they started the clock pretty early that time.
The Hornets have got, and they got too many men on the
In our
field.
backfield. That should be a penalty. Good catch, Noah.
And there is a flag down in the corner. There's a flag on the 3-yard line.
Uh-oh.
Blackman down.
Noah's down. He's getting up now. He's okay.
31 seconds left.
All right, you decline the penalty.
Is it a first down? I think it is.
Yeah,
like
he's at the 7.
Yeah, looks like it's a first down. I mean, but at this point, take the yardage.
He's calling goal line.
Yeah.
Oh, they wouldn't put their goal line personnel in on the 7, would they?
It may. Well, what are we calling here? Yeah, he called a legal substitution or legal participation.
Yep.
I'm sure they declined that. Take the play.
Yeah, absolutely.
1st and goal on the 7.
All right, so the 4th trip inside the red zone for the Hornets in the ball game. One, they've already scored a touchdown. One's a missed field goal. The other one, turnover on downs. To me, I think you got to get 7 here.
Have to.
Clock starts, too. You got to be ready. It's first down inbounds.
I don't know what the penalty, though. Yeah.
Penalty was declined.
I don't know. It didn't start it, so that worked out for us.
Rolling to his right. Going to throw to Powers inside, and he gets – they're going to have to take a timeout.
Probably need to take a timeout. No.
Timeout.
Call timeout.
Yep.
Oh, my. Wow.
The referee on the sideline.
He said he was not pushed out under.
Said inbounds. So.
Yep.
When he didn't go out of bounds under his own.
He said his momentum was stopped first, I guess.
Got the ball. The good news is we're at the 2-yard line. Got 13 and a half seconds left with no timeout. So you're going to, if you take a chance if you run the ball, because if you do, you're not going to be able to run another play.
Yep.
But if you're Kirkley and you roll, he's been rolling a lot to his right. He's got to throw that ball out of the back of the end zone if he's going to throw it.
That's right. And you definitely cannot take a sack here. That ends the half.
Let me ask you this. If you come up short here again or incompletion, you get inside 6 seconds, you kick a field goal on 4th down?
I probably would, yeah.
Yeah.
Just to get some points.
Make it a 1-score game, too, 18-10.
Only bad thing is you can't run the ball here to the near side to make the field goal easier. And fake the handoff, and Kirkley gets away.
Get in there.
He's going to try to angle to the end zone.
Got to get in. Oh, what
and
a play.
And he does.
Oh, that is
wow, what a play by Kirkley.
And a lot of that was individual, too, because once he got on the edge, he had to make about 3 guys miss or outrun him 1.
I go for 2 here.
I don't chase points this early, personally.
No. The analytics says you go for 2.
Yeah, the analytics.
Don't talk to me about analytics.
Yeah. Jeff Collins told me that the analytics say
I'm of the Brian Snicker school
of don't put your knee down if you're the catcher.
Yep.
Trust my eyes.
So for those of you who are watching out there, I hope I got that touchdown run. I pulled it over as far as I could to the corner of the end zone. The kick is up, and woo, good. So Westfield answers back, finally able to convert on the in the red zone there. I've officially gotten cold.
Yes, it has gotten cold.
Of course, being on top of this press box probably doesn't help our case any.
I don't think I can put into words how big that score was for us, though.
Oh, yeah.
From a momentum and a confidence standpoint, I think that's huge. And you get the ball coming back out of half.
That's right.
It's a 2-for-1 deal.
You haven't really been stopped in the first half other than penalties and stopping yourself.
Absolutely.
We stopped ourselves.
Well, I guess you got to give them credit down there on the goal line a couple times.
They've definitely strung plays out.
But don't break. But we've got to do a better job of punching it in.
You get in there as an offensive staff, you get in at halftime, and you start talking, okay, what do we like on the goal line? You know,
What
you have
are all
that.
of our 2-point conversion plays.
Absolutely.
That's true, yeah. Because you've repped those,
look,
right?
Coach Robinson's been doing this a long time. I promise you, he's got a package that are short yardage plays. You know, and I don't know what that answer might be. I don't know I know we can run the ball, so maybe that's something we look at down on the goal line a little more, is running the ball more on first and second down. But I don't know if that's the answer or not.
Tell you that was kind of a challenge to your quarterback there. Gutsy call saying, Kirkley, we need you to go score us a touchdown here.
Well, and I bet you it's an RPO. He had a pass option off of it.
So throw it out.
Right.
But he was able to get out of the grasp of a defender there. So Jackson Slade on for the kickoff.
Yep.
And
good kick. Good kick.
What a good catch by the.
Yeah, it was, but it's an even better kick because you don't want to give them a chance to take one back.
So first and 10, I would assume they're probably going to run Watson again. He may bust one.
Well,
you don't think so?
It wouldn't be a bad idea, but I would expect a kneel down.
I mean, I agree with you, but I just know how teams have kind of gone to this. 15 seconds and a half, they'll be going from their own 10-yard line trying to score these days. Normal convention is out the window right now in football, it seems like.
Based on the body language of the Patriots, they're fixing to take a knee.
Yeah.
Kids don't like to take a knee.
Trust but verify.
So their shoulders slump, that means you're taking a knee. It should be, well, in this situation maybe not. Usually it's a great formation because you just won.
So Westfield trails 18-14 at halftime here in the Final Four down in Belleville. We'll take a quick break and come back with a halftime show right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I chose to get the vaccine because I did not want to risk getting sick myself and taking that virus home to my family or to my elderly grandparents.
My mother and grandmother are cancer survivors, so I just wanted to make sure that I'm as safe as possible.
I did it for my family, to keep them safe and to keep me safe.
There is a choice now, and I chose to make that choice for my friends and my family.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between like a variety of clubs. There's like culinary arts, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri High Y. I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the school's One Act and several plays like Clear Club and Tri High Y and Key Club, and I also dance. For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Together. Athletic.
Friendships.
Confidence.
Challenging.
Success. Rewarding.
I need 3 uncorked slushes. Adding strawberries to the sangria. Order up. Sonic uncorked slushes, ready for pickup.
I have 4 grandparents who are still living, and I realized after some research that this was the best way I could protect them and the community at large.
As a physician, I feel it's important to get vaccinated for the masses to prevent overcrowding of our ICUs.
I got the vaccine to protect myself and also to protect my mother.
I would ask people, when you consider getting vaccinated for the COVID-19 virus, not only consider your own risk stratification, but also your role in the community.
Hi, welcome to Sonic. May I take your order? 2 Sonic grilled cheeseburgers.
I'm on it.
Order up.
Sonic grilled cheeseburger ready for pickup.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities. Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
I chose to get the vaccine because I did not want to risk getting sick myself and taking that virus home to my family or to my elderly grandparents.
My mother and grandmother are cancer survivors, so I just wanted to make sure that I'm as safe as possible.
I did it for my family, to keep them safe and to keep me safe.
There is a choice now, and I chose to make that choice for my friends and my family.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between a variety of clubs. There's culinary arts, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri High Y. I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the school's One Act and several plays like Prayer Club and Tri High Y and Key Club, and I also dance. For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out
at practice. I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Together. Athletic.
Friendships.
Confidence.
Challenging.
Success. Rewarding.
I need 3 uncorked slushes. Adding strawberries to the sangria. Order up. Sonic uncorked slushes, ready for pickup.
I have 4 grandparents who are still living, and I realized after some research that this was the best way I could protect them and the community at large.
As a physician, I feel it's important to get vaccinated for the masses to prevent overcrowding of our ICUs.
I got the vaccine to protect myself and also to protect my mother.
I would ask people, when you consider getting vaccinated for the COVID-19 virus, not only consider your own risk stratification, but also your role in the community.
Hi, welcome to Sonic. May I take your order? 2 Sonic grilled cheeseburgers.
I'm on it.
Order up.
Sonic grilled cheeseburger ready for pickup.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities. Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
I chose to get the vaccine because I did not want to risk getting sick myself and taking that virus home to my family or to my elderly grandparents.
My mother and grandmother are cancer survivors, so I just wanted to make sure that I'm as safe as possible.
I did it for my family, to keep them safe and to keep me safe.
There is a choice now, and I chose to make that choice for my friends and my family.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between like a variety of clubs. There's like culinary arts, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri High Y.
I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the school's One Act and several plays like Player Club and Tri High Y and Key Club, and I also dance.
For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have also, I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Together. Athletic.
Friendships.
Confidence.
Challenging.
Success. Rewarding.
I need 3 uncorked slushes. Adding strawberries to the sangria. Order up. Sonic uncorked slushes, ready for pickup.
I have 4 grandparents who are still living, and I realized after some research that this was the best way I could protect them and the community at large.
As a physician, I feel it's important to get vaccinated for the masses to prevent overcrowding of our ICUs.
I got the vaccine to protect myself and also to protect my mother.
I would ask people, when you consider getting vaccinated for the COVID-19 virus, not only consider your own risk stratification, but also your role in the community.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between like a variety of clubs. There's like culinary arts,
there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Try High Y. I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the school's one act and several plays like Prayer Club, and Try High Y, and Key Club, and I also dance. For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations. Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
And welcome back down here to Belleville, Georgia, as Westfield trails at the half, 18-14 in a half where, quite honestly, coaches, I think that Westfield probably, from a line of scrimmage perspective and just overall play, felt like they were, dominating the game. Couldn't score inside the red zone on a few of their drives, and Pinewood kind of big played them to death, if you will, and scored 3 touchdowns there in the first half. And right now, you would think Westfield's stolen a little bit of momentum back, but they get the ball coming out of half. What do you think the adjustments they need to make here while they're at half, going into the second half to try to bring home a W?
Well, for me, I don't change much. I mean, you just got to stick the ball in when you're inside the 10-yard line. That's the main thing. You're talking about 14 points. Is it 14 or 17? They missed the field goal. Is it 2 times inside the 10 or 3? Anyway.
They missed. They had 4 trips. They got 2 touchdowns. They missed a field goal and turned over on downs.
Right, so you've given
away at least 10 points.
At least 10 points, right? And then, you're giving up the 3 big plays, and that's the story of the half. I say keep doing what you're doing. Try to eliminate the big play, but you got to score when you get the ball down inside the red zone.
Yeah, and I think that last score, Coach Champion, was probably a symptom of frustration and just kind of letting their guard down a little bit and maybe even selling out to try to stop Wasson in the backfield.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know he's a good enough athlete to beat you with his legs, and you're thinking run, and you're staring into the backfield, and all of a sudden that guy gets behind you. You got to eliminate that, and you got to control up front, and then punch the ball in. I think we talked about it in the first half. Come up with your best 2-point conversion plays down there when you get inside the 5 and get it in the end zone. That's the biggest thing. Keep 13 contained. Eliminate those big plays, and you're in good shape. I mean, the 2-for-1 possibility that you have right here coming out of the half is really big. You knew it was going to be a tight ball game, and you can't make mistakes. We made a ton of penalties that you got to try to eliminate, and you got to take care of the football.
Right. I wouldn't be surprised to see us run between the tackles a little more down inside the goal, near the goal line. Maybe get a heavy dose of Porter Falk, running behind the Cole Miller,
Tanner,
White,
and Seth.
Tanner, Seth.
Yeah.
That's and Hudson.
That's the strength of our team.
That might be something that they discussed at halftime as well.
Well, it definitely had to be, kind of one of those things. At least, maybe you talk about, maybe you don't. I don't know. I guess you got to assess how your guys are. But for the seniors right now, I'm thinking, man, we got to go out here and win this game. I don't want this to be my last game.
Right.
I mean, you got it in front of you.
Right.
Now, on the flip side of that, Brett, is, Pinewood's thinking eliminate the big play.
Right.
I mean, they're doing great in the short yardage situations. Just eliminate the big play. So we'll kind of see how all that plays out as we get started.
Yeah, I just feel like Westfield has been able to control the line of scrimmage and, again, missed tackles. And obviously that's something that Mick Wasson that's his game, right? I mean, that's his game, is running through arm tackles. But you just got to make a concerted effort. If you get to the ball carrier, you can't. I mean, heck, let him drag you all the way down the field, but don't can't let go.
Yeah, don't let
go. So obviously it's a tight ball game. It's kind of anyone's game at this point. Pinewood does lead, and the Hornets will get the ball coming out of halftime. So we're about set here for kickoff with about 1:08 left to go here at halftime.
But the thing you got to feel decent about is right before the half there, it was 18-7 and didn't look good. And 18-14 looks a whole lot better.
All the momentum was on their sideline, and we took it back. I'll tell you, earlier we tried to run a little quarterback draw, and the last guy that could have made a tackle made it. And I don't be surprised if we don't come back with either, maybe even a running back draw, something to kind of counter that little blitz they've run off the edge. We may be able to hit something up inside that way.
Well, definitely Kirkley didn't have the running room he's accustomed to there in the first half. But I do think that Westfield maybe got away from the run game a little bit, but maybe that's situation dictated. And
right.
We'll see if they're able to maybe come up with a game plan to break loose that run game here in the second half.
Let's hope so. I'd love to control the time of possession and see us get up, coming out right here at the first possession, take the ball down the field and score and take the lead, put the pressure right back on them.
So Westfield will have Noah Blackman and Hunter Kirkley, I believe, back deep to receive. Kicking will be number 10, Avery Beasley. So we're just about set for kickoff here in the third quarter. Hornets will get the ball. Playing jump around.
Jump up, and get down.
This is normally like a go into the fourth quarter type of.
But
right.
I'm not jumping up and down on top of this roof.
No, I don't trust it. Yeah.
So here we go. That ball is going to squirt out of bounds.
Yeah, let it go out of bounds.
Yeah, no doubt.
So Westfield will get great field position.
Do you let them kick it? Make them kick it again? They don't kick it deep anyway.
I think I just take the
take
5
possession?
yards. I think I'd take 5 yards.
To be honest with you, it's probably
a 3-yard penalty.
Worse field position than we have started with all night on kickoffs.
Is it at the 35?
Whoa, they didn't even go out. They didn't even go out of bounds that deep. I was going to count it off.
35.
It went out at the 35, didn't it?
It went out at the 30. But the penalty goes to the 35.
Hey.
Yeah, they've got to figure that out because the ball definitely doesn't go to the 30.
No.
The ball isn't spotted where the ball went out.
I'm just telling you, I'd have been tempted to make him kick it again. We've had the ball at the 45 just about all night.
Yeah.
After the penalty,
I think what happened there, I'm just kind of guessing here, but there was some confusion on where the ball went out of bounds, so I'm betting we decided to take the ball where it went out of bounds, thinking it was better than with the penalty, if that makes any sense.
Well, you get the option. You can re-kick or you can take it out of bounds plus 5 yards or at the 35. Either way, those two are the same because it went out of bounds at the 30.
Yeah, there was some
and that was some confusion.
Yeah, some hesitation there from Falk. Not real sure what happened on that play. Even some of the linemen are looking at each other like they don't know.
So 2nd and 12 for the Hornets after the loss of 2.
He comes free right there. Somebody missed some kind of assignment.
It almost makes you wonder if the snap might have been early.
It looked like it was early. It looked like Kirkley was still calling out signals. Dropping back to pass. Looking to throw in the flood route. Ooh, and that. How is that not a penalty? I was about to say.
It is.
That may be a flag on Coach Fitz.
No, it's going to be a personal foul.
It's got to be.
Yeah, that's a defenseless. Yeah. That's a defenseless receiver.
Yep. I'll tell you, what's lost on that play is they kind of swung Porter Falk out of the backfield, and he had a one-on-one over in the flat. So if he comes back and throws the ball over here to Porter, and he can make a man miss, he's off to the races.
So personal foul on Pinewood.
The Pinewood faithful don't like the call, which you can understand.
No. Somebody's not going to like any call.
Every time. That's why you couldn't pay me enough to be a referee. Although it's getting pretty close.
But I'm not.
So 1st and 10 for the Hornets. That's a 15-yard penalty.
Yep.
But to me, I kind of thought it was a legitimate penalty. I would understand if they hadn't called it, but I thought it certainly was one that could be called.
So Porter Falk getting tripped down. That linebacker coming up every time, it seems like.
He is, and we got to find a way to get a hat on him. But at the same time, Porter's one, arm tackle from breaking one of these things. So
I think you got to stay the course with that.
Yeah, I think you got to be stubborn. Be stubborn and keep feeding it to him. Are we huddling? Oof.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen much of that this year. I don't know that I've seen us huddle at all. I think they may have done that. I'm trying to remember earlier in the year they thought they had our calls at one point.
So Kirkley bringing the Hornets to the line of scrimmage, dropping back to throw.
Pump and go. Go and make a play, Bishop. Out of bounds.
No, he's out of bounds.
Little hesitate and go, stutter and go there. It wasn't a full hitch and go, but the defender didn't really bite.
So 3rd and 9 for the Hornets.
It's a big play right here.
Sure is.
.10:26 to go in the third quarter. Hornets trail by 4.
Oh, we weren't set. We weren't set. They're
going to decline it.
It's a big stop for the Patriots.
Great field position, too, for the Hornets, and they could not do anything with it. Oh, it's a dead ball, so it's going to be 3rd down and 14.
If they call it a dead ball.
Why is it a dead ball?
I don't know, but they didn't. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Oh,
so the
play was dead. He didn't blow the whistle.
Yep.
Wow. So 3rd and 14 now instead of 4th and 9.
And we were moving. I mean, that's the right call, but it just didn't blow it dead, which is why it's confusing. I'll tell you, if we get a conversion on this 3rd, and I know it's kind of long odds, but
that'd be big.
That'd be huge on that penalty right there. Oh, we get 5 right there. Yep.
So we get the 5 back.
Wow. Yep. So Westfield will make it 3rd down and 9.
And they tip their hand on their blitz. Hard to call it on 3rd and 9, but I tell you.
You go on 2 again?
A quarterback draw right here might go for big yardage.
I wouldn't be shocked to see the screen right here.
Yeah, and we throw a lot of screens, so we've balanced the setup 2 by 2, which is we haven't seen a lot of that either. Somebody's got to be on. There's a screen, little tunnel.
Nope, goes too far back inside.
Yep.
I don't like the play call, but
well, we've done it. We've done it. A lot of screening, and it's big in the spread passing offense.
Yeah.
May have gone to the well one too many times there, but don't have a lot of 3rd and 12 plays.
I still like kind of your play call. Quarterback draw.
It'd take a lot of. It'd be tough, but a lot of second guessing if you don't make it. But it's there. I wouldn't be surprised to see it next possession. Oof! Why the snap was kind of lollipopped.
They're gonna fake the handoff. No, they're gonna give it.
And they got it set up. Oh no!
Oh my! Wow, that is
I'm not sure how they made it happen because we had decent coverage down there.
I thought so too.
Wow. I mean, it's just been big play to death.
Yep.
Wow.
Attaboy, Jay!
I'll tell you what, Pinewood's got a lot of speed. A lot of guys that can
athletes.
Run.
They did that last week, too. I saw on their film.
So it looked like we had it defended really well.
Finally gets in there.
They motioned the man out of the box and ran it right downhill.
That was a big momentum changer.
It sure is. This sideline over here is really excited right now. But you got to take a deep breath right here if you're the Hornets. Possess the ball and get the offense back on the field and go to work.
I think you got to come out and punch Pinewood in the mouth, run the ball right at them. Spread them out and challenge them up front.
For the Hornets, number 11, Hunter Kirkley, number 3, Noah Blackman, kicking off for the Patriots, number 10, Avery Beasley.
So Noah and Hunter Kirkley back deep to receive. Noah Blackman and Hunter Kirkley. Again, Beasley going to be kicking. Westfield should get pretty good field position here.
Well, we got Kirkley with the ball again. We about broke it last time.
Kirkley gets upfield, picks up. Still a good return.
Yeah, we get the ball on the 45, and
well,
I can hear their assistant coach up here on the headsets is a good guy. I've known him a long time, and they're excited for making the tackle. But I think about, man, that's field position for us.
Yeah,
I don't know. 44, I guess.
I mean, in most worlds, you'll take the ball on the 44-yard line every time.
You know, I had I coached a team once a long time ago in my coaching history that could not cover a kick that saved their life, and we onside kicked probably 90% of the time.
Right, you figure
we get half of them.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, that's what Brookwood did last week. Last week.
They're hard to cover when they're kicked well, I'll tell you.
Kirkley drops back, looking to throws out in the flat. Porter Falk probably should just ran upfield.
I'll tell you, they tackle well.
We have earned a living all season about breaking that one right there and going to the house with it. And we haven't been able to do that tonight.
That's right.
Well, I think the Hornets just need to settle down and do what they did at the end of the first half. Find a way to get downfield and get yourself within scoring opportunity and see what you can do. Dropping back to throw. Throwing to Ryan Powers.
That's been there all night.
That's the guy you got to find.
Yep.
Tell you what, I don't know why, but it seems like Kirkley has been predominantly rolling to his right tonight.
Well, you find that in a lot of right-handed quarterbacks at this level. I mean, they just don't feel comfortable running left.
It's just an easier throw.
Yeah. In that case, he had his receivers trips to that side, so, or at least the routes were to that side anyway.
So the Hornets with a first down on the pass play. Kirkley hands the ball off. Finally, Porter with a little bit of running room, and he stays up and flag down. So who knows what this is?
Well, it's almost certainly going to be on us based on where the flag's at.
Yeah. Either offside or illegal formation.
Offside would kill the play.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would think so, unless we just lined up or they lined up offside.
Why is he? There's a lot of talking every time there's a penalty, and I can't quite understand why.
Personal foul.
Face mask.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay. Didn't expect that far away from the play. Yeah.
So that'll be tacked on, right?
Yep.
All right, looking good, Hornets down inside the red zone again. We've got to stick one in right here, get it back within a one score, and then get out here and play a little defense. Sounds easy, right?
Yeah.
Right. So third quarter, 11 minutes to go. Warner Robins on top, 31-17. something.
Power's underneath.
Power is going to score.
Yep.
Wow. What a pass play.
Yep.
Sorry, I didn't even know we were running a play that quick.
That's that little shallow route. We've run that a good bit this season. It seems to always be open. It's a little – Ryan is that tight end, that wide.
Looks like we're going to go for 2.
I don't know that I –
No.
No, I think we are.
Yeah, Porter's still out there.
I'm not second guessing, but because I don't know the whole situation, but I don't quite understand why.
Because if you score another touchdown, you're up 3, and they can't kick field goals.
Okay, I see. I can't think that. See, there's a chart that says when you should go for it, and I don't have it with me. I always carried it on my play sheet when I had one, but
I think
that's probably
the
exactly
fact that they can't kick really is
timeout by Pinewood.
Yep. That's an early timeout.
Yeah, those timeouts are valuable.
Right here in the second half.
Yep.
I get it if it's first half, but I guess they had no personnel in to cover that is the thought of stopping it there.
I'll tell you.
I think that if you were – all right, so if you were in a situation where it was 26-21, you kick the extra point.
I get it now. You're within 4. So
Well, you also got to think if they take the lead – or I'm sorry.
You're thinking way too much at
If
this
you
point.
score an extra – then an extra point missed, you're still tied.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just –
There is a chart, though.
Yeah,
there is a chart.
I know there's a chart, but
I always had it on my play call sheet.
But it is very complicated. Now if we could only decipher Lane Kiffin's chart. Oh, he threw it too far out in the flat instead of upfield. He had Blackman.
It was there.
Well,
so 7:44 to go. Westfield trails by 6.
Oof.
So now if you score here after you missed it, an extra point gives you the lead. If you miss the extra point, you're still tied.
Just a lot of pressure on your kicker.
There is.
Yeah. I mean, but it's easy from up here.
Definitely. Yeah, so what I was saying, 35-21, Warner Robins on top of Jones County in the third. Trying to see other scores. We heard a John Millage update.
Yeah, it was 28-7
at half.
Brentwood is rolling Gatewood pretty good, 35-0 at half.
Wow. Northside losing 34-7.
Terrell beat Edmund Burke 41-20
Yeah,
earlier.
they had an earlier start.
They started at
6 o'clock.
think.
Yeah, that was.
Terrell beat Edmund Burke?
Yeah.
Yeah, 41-20. So that assures that we will not be playing our basketball game next Friday, Coach.
Yep,
Champion, right?
That is correct. And hopefully we'll see them at Mercer.
Yep. That ball kind of floated a little bit.
Weird sideways spin there.
The John Millage game was 28-7 at half.
All right, defense, stand tall right here.
Yeah.
Get us the ball back.
Well, they haven't given up a defensive touchdown in the second half, so there's some positive.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a special teams touchdown. We've got to draw on as much positive, right?
Got to get a stop.
Could start with a good negative play here on first down. Mick Wasson at quarterback. 26-20 your score. Hornets trail by 6. And
Cooper Avery with a great play.
Well, not a negative play, but still for no gain play. Stop for no gain.
Cooper Avery coming off the edge there was forced the quarterback to pull the ball, taking away the sweep read, and then crashed back down inside and was able to tackle the quarterback.
Yeah, he did a nice job right there.
About as well as you can play that read play there.
So second down at 10. See if they go to the air on this play. We're going to blitz a little bit here.
Oh,
and that ball tipped.
Cooper Avery with
Wow.
Yep.
What a play by the youngster.
Cooper Avery came to play this series for sure.
So 3rd and 10, and here's the money down for the Hornets. Got to get off the field.
And that receiver I thought was open now.
Yeah, he was.
We were closing on him, so I don't know that he'd had a lot of yards.
Probably a 5-6 yard gain if he doesn't get his hand on that ball.
But that changes the play call here on 3rd
You're
down.
a lot more comfortable 3rd and 10 than you are 3rd and 5.
So 3rd down and 10 here for the Patriots.
Sending pressure. Stay on your feet.
And they
Make
throw the ball long.
Yep, they're going to get us for interference.
Yep.
Well, he turned back. He did everything you're taught to do. He bodied up the receiver. He turned back to the ball. I don't know what else you can do there.
Yeah.
I guess when he turned his head, he didn't see the ball because if he went ahead and turned around, I thought he had a clean interception.
Well, that's one of those underthrown balls that puts the DB in a really bad situation because the receiver is going to stop, and by the time he stops, you're into him.
That's right.
I've always been told by all the experts on TV, if you turn your head and go to find the football, you can run over the receiver if you want.
And the face guarding is legal now unless you make contact. And that's the tricky part. But when that ball's underthrown and the receiver stops,
I was about to say
not to.
When the receiver stops, more often than not, it's the receiver who's initiating contact by stopping.
Either way, it's a tough break. I know that because I thought we had a chance for a possible interception or a knockdown ball.
Greer.
Yeah, nice play by Greer right there.
Yep.
That was Brady, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was, and that play wasn't a blitz. That was he diagnosed it early.
That would look like a counter, and the tackle did a good job of eating up the pulling guard, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That would be.
Is that Cole?
It was the end, but it might have been Cole. It was Cole because he's on the
Brady
same
made
side
the play,
as Brady,
right?
Yep. So he just wore out that pulling guard, and quarterback tried to bounce it, and we had somebody there.
Well, they're flopping them, so maybe it was Luke White. I don't know. Walking down a linebacker, it looks like. Switching the play here. Oh, the right guard move. 57's pulling. Should have been a penalty. Did you see him back up in his stance?
Watson just gets in there, running nice and low and hard behind his blockers, and hard to tackle that. Watch the sneak here.
I think you take a look at 57. He's going to take you where the ball is most of the time.
Yeah, they like him for sure.
And he pulled out early last play. It actually should have been
empty set. This is quarterback run all the way. They're just trying to pull a man out. It's the same play they ran on the goal line. Yep. That one went left. The other one went right.
I know this is easier said than done, but if you know they're going to do that and they're motioning out, why don't you just not guard them?
Because then when
Make
you
them
don't,
throw it.
He can throw it.
Yeah. When you don't, they throw it to him and you
I'll
look
tell
like
you,
a fool.
If 13 is a sophomore,
you
you probably can do that.
Yeah.
But Watson would see that immediately and just zip it out there to him and off to the races.
Yeah. Then you put those guys on the edge in a bad way.
That's right.
It's like pick your poison then.
They're just trying to 3 and 4 yard us to death right now and run the clock.
Yeah. Trying to shorten the game a little bit because they know they're having a hard time stopping us.
Right.
And so you got to lead and shorten the game.
And they flipped the field at this point. We have to bow our neck here. They're in 4-down territory right now.
Right. The turnover would be wonderful for the Hornets.
Be ideal. That would be ideal.
Somehow figure out a way to get off the field.
I think he got a first down.
And they've run quarterback on that so many times. They got us cheating inside.
And based on the blocking, that was a give all the way. I saw them kind of hook our end, I think right now you got to be thinking about putting that extra man in the box, just playing straight man across the board and saying, okay,
daring them to throw the ball.
You got to throw the ball right here because we're going to tackle your quarterback.
That helps you out too. If it's incomplete, it stops the clock. Not that you're in that situation right now, but still, it extends the game a little bit.
Strength this way, strength to their right, our left. Oh, that would have been a big play there.
And he picks up about 2 on the play. Looks like, is that Kalmbach?
Yep. He got a little dinged up on that 2-point conversion earlier. But that's a good play for us on first down. We only give him 2 yards here. What you got to do is you got to get him in 3rd and 5+.
You know who Mick Wasson reminds me?
A little more compact. We lost the edge there. Oh, yes, sir. It's a good play.
It's a first
It's
down.
a touchdown.
That guy's kind of annoying. Sorry.
We got to get a stop here.
Yep. Telling you, a turnover's coming.
Let him call it. Let him call it.
Yep. I hope you're right.
Counter. Good play.
He did a really good job right there staying home on that one.
It's coming. 2nd and 9. I'm speaking it into existence.
Well,
I like it.
2nd and 9 on the upcoming play.
Need a negative play in the worst way. Something tackled in the backfield. Like you said, a turnover.
Yeah, I mean, that mesh point, it's always one of those that can be difficult.
We've had some success early in the game, with a called linebacker blitz, but I don't know if now's the time. Of course, Kalmbach is out right now. Sending Dean Massey off the
40.
edge.
40.
Yeah.
He was so quick to pull.
Yeah.
Well, and
got to delay a game right here.
That it should have been a penalty on 40. He was behind the center before the ball was snapped, just about.
Well, there's your negative play.
Yep.
That's Greg Griffin. Yeah, him and 57 have been, when they're pulling Skylar Dukes because they're
ready to go.
They tell. You can see that foot getting gear.
There's your negative play. So you're 2nd and long now, 2nd and double sticks. You got to get 14 for the first. So need a big player here. And there's your blitz from the linebacker. We missed him, but we ended up making a play. So
who was that? Kalmbach again?
Kalmbach on the blitz, and he kind of forced the play to cut back inside right to the D lineman.
So that'll bring up 3rd down and 10, and obviously this is 4-down territory for Pinewood.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Because they don't have, it seems like, a kicker.
Well, not only do you need to hold them here to put them in a 4th down situation, but you don't want to give them 4th and 3.
Yeah.
Because it's the quarterback's tough to tackle. They're big up front. You want to try to make something happen where they have 4th and 5+ to feel like you have a better shot. We're playing straight man and got extra guys in the box. And they're going to throw. Brian Greer came off the edge untouched, but there's nobody over there. That's just a good run by a good athlete.
Yep.
That's the danger in going man, though. You have nobody looking in the backfield to try to come up and make a tackle. That'd be the.
Yep.
They're trying to hurry. Here comes a sneak. We stood him up, I think. Yep.
And that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter.
That actually probably is worse for Westfield. I mean, for a few seconds.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're not losing a whole lot
right
there.
So we'll take a.
It'd be worse if you lost 40 seconds right there.
Right. We'll take a quick break and come back with the 4th quarter right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I chose to get the vaccine because I did not want to risk getting sick myself and taking that virus home to my family or to my elderly grandparents.
My mother and grandmother are cancer survivors, so I just want to make sure that I'm as safe as possible.
I did it for my family, to keep them safe and to keep me safe.
There is a choice now, and I chose to make that choice for my friends and my family.
Welcome back into Lowell Coley Field here on the campus of Pinewood Christian Academy. Westfield trails by 6, but Pinewood is at the goal line just about. Here, second and goal from about the 1-yard line to start the fourth quarter. And the Hornets desperately seeking to get a stop here. Crazier things have happened, obviously.
Well, I'll tell you, it'd be great to turn the tables around on them to keep them out of the end zone.
Really.
But I'll tell you, the difference is they've got the ball on the 1-foot line where we had it on the 2 and the 3.
And they got a battering ram at quarterback.
Yep. And good size up front. Don't let that be understated as well.
And when you heard them calling out the starters, they had a ton of seniors too.
Yep.
That little honey huddle. And he got stood up.
Might have stood him up again.
He got stood up.
No, I gave it to him. I don't know. He must have stuck the ball across.
Yeah. How in that big scrum of people,
and we don't have the benefit of that overhead camera looking straight down on the play.
It wouldn't matter because the line officials are 100 yards away from where the ball is. So they can't see it either.
Well,
they've
got to come running in and see where it ended.
Right. All they see is where the ball's laying on the pile. He could, after he gets stopped, reach it wherever he wants by that time.
Don't overlook the importance of this play right here.
Yep. I really think that you need in football a sensor of some type in the football and something that breaks the plane.
Here we go.
I'm serious.
Here we go.
Technology guy over here.
I think you should. They do it. They do it in tennis. They do it in soccer.
Let's have robots play the game. How about that?
Hey, you better than these officials messing things up.
Oh, no.
And that throw goes awry. Incomplete.
Yep.
Okay.
And so it's still just a 12-point game. Only one 2-point conversion from Pinewood tonight. I mean, they got to have somebody on campus that can kick field goals.
They don't have soccer.
Oh. Yeah, that's tough.
I'll tell you, having a dependable field goal kicker
it's a weapon.
It's like gold.
It's a weapon.
Especially in our league.
Well, on kickoffs, I mean, you think of the difference between what they're having to work with defensively and a guy that could kick it down there and at least get you, I mean, best case scenario, you kick it in the end zone and everybody's starting on the 20.
That's right.
I mean, 20 versus the 40, a lot of crazy things can happen.
So 49-13, looks like JMA going to make their, fourth consecutive trip to the state championship finals?
Yeah, something like that.
We need to play to get us going. We need something to happen. Well, it can be a long drive, whichever. But we need something to get a little momentum in our corner.
Westfield trails by 12 here with 11:54, pretty much the whole fourth quarter ahead of us. But, again, not a whole lot of possessions within that 12 minutes.
All right, Blackman willing to return here.
Kind of outrun his blocking a little bit.
Out to 47. I mean, we'll take that field position again. They really have more success when they kind of hit it on the ground.
So 11:49 to go. The Hornets have the football, and they'll have the football at their own 46-yard line.
We'll huddle again. Powers lined up in tight end in there. Sneaking him on that drag route again.
And Powers, he's got the sideline. And Wasson.
That was a clean tackle.
Yep. Tackles him out of bounds at about the 20.
After the hit earlier, Ryan lowered his head and was ready for one there.
Yeah, he was.
That's a huge play, though. Short.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was.
Gets you down in there with not much time off the clock.
And honestly, it's a safe play. They just line him in there at tight end, and they kind of can hide him a little bit, and he runs that drag route and hit him as he comes out the other side.
So the Hornets quickly inside the red zone. Looking to throw. Going to get it out to Bishop. Excuse me, to
Noah. Another good play. And again, it's the same situation we threw to Noah, but it's got Porter over there in a situation that's advantageous to us too. So
advantageous. Look at the big
I'm a wordsmith.
Yeah.
I'm a wordsmith.
Man. 2nd down and 1, we'll call it.
Got the play in again with that trips left look. Back to the same side.
Porter.
Tell you, they have done a good job against our run game.
Well, I noticed that they're running kind of a different technique on the inside with that nose. They're kind of slid down heavy on one side of the center. I don't know if they're shading to the opposite side of where the running back lines up to try to, because normally you run it across the formation when you run the zone read stuff or the RPO game, whatever you want to call it. Tell you what, he may have had Ryan Powers.
Oh, he slipped.
He slipped down.
Oh, man, just get upfield.
That's one of those there that you almost wish you could just run to the sticks. And
tell you, he had Ryan Powers who may have scored in the middle of the field.
Well, big play here. That can go without saying. But 4th and 4.
Yeah,
I mean, there's still a lot of time left, so it wouldn't be the end of the game for sure. But
those last two plays are kind of indicative of how important it is to have a solid run game at this point. And Westfield's normally been able to do that.
And
I don't know what the problem was there.
Yeah.
They must be replicating the snap count or something because our whole line moved.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's what Coach Fitzpatrick is saying. And that's happened quite a few times tonight where the Westfield is saying somebody's yelling out something on the line. But I guess if the official doesn't hear it, it doesn't matter.
That takes that 4th and 4 and turns it into 4th and 9.
Going by default. And that's tough that he dropped it, but he wouldn't have had it anyway. There are 2 guys closing fast.
Wow.
All right, just puts the pressure back on the defense. Get a stop, get the ball back. I mean, there's 10 minutes left in this ball game. That's an eternity, as we learned last week.
Yes, literally.
I've never seen anybody. Brookwood started to drive with 4 minutes left from the 50, and they scored, and there was 3 minutes left.
Oh, trust me.
After about 8 plays.
Yep.
Boy, how about that turnover you were calling for earlier?
Something's got to happen for the Hornets.
Jet sweep.
Defended pretty well right there.
Yep.
Who we got? Is it Ryan?
That's Ryan. He's taking some hits tonight.
Yeah. And all of the guys, that's the one we can't.
That's right.
We can't lose.
That's right. He's not only obviously a dynamic weapon on offense, but he's been really doing a good job playing corner for us since about the 3rd or 4th game of the year. And he's getting up pretty quick, which is a good sign.
I think part of it's got to be fatigued to a certain point.
It probably
too.
is. Yep.
Because I don't think Wasson or Ryan have come off the field tonight.
I would agree. Yeah, and Ryan has made play after play after play.
Yeah. He wants to stay out in the formation.
That's exactly right. He wanted to stay in.
Well, you need something to happen here if you're Westfield.
Yeah.
Something.
We cannot let them do what they did the last drive.
Yeah, right here, time is more.
Right.
I mean, if they score, obviously that's huge, but.
Yeah, the clock is our enemy at this point.
He's not holding him. Yeah. Sorry, I'm reacting to.
I don't know
things
why
I'm hearing
you're
up here.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
You're
the play
up
call
12
there at all.
and you're throwing the
Not
ball
only that,
deep.
but they snapped it with 27 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, that's a gift for us right there.
It looks like we had our hand on the back of the receiver, just kind of feeling for him while we turned around and looked, and everybody thought it was holding. I didn't see the hold personally. The guy's progress, and plus the ball was 20 yards away from him.
It didn't look like it impeded his route by
Exactly.
any stretch. The good thing for us is it stops the clock.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't get that.
It saves us 40-plus seconds right there.
And now we got to make a big play right here, get off the
we
field.
need to stop.
Now it's quarterback run game.
Yep.
There's an empty set again. Motion.
Delay game.
They got a timeout, I think. No. I didn't get it. Well, it's funny.
Yep, delay.
The head referee, he's the one that.
He looked at this guy and told him to throw it.
Yeah,
he said he didn't get it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now that's more advantageous for us. We have to make a play here, get off the field.
Yep. They've in essence given us a possession right here if we can get a stop.
That's right.
I think I go zone here. Keep everything in front of me.
I know where the sticks are.
Yep.
Come up, because if you're in zone, you can at least see when Watson's going
and we are.
Go.
No, we're in man. He's passing the ball again. He's going to.
Ooh.
Good. And they stopped the clock again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Terrible camera work by me.
So they only killed, a minute off the clock?
That's right.
So that pass incomplete,
If that.
4th and 12.
10:03, I think.
Well,
left.
and now we should get really good field position.
Right. Again, let's see. His Powers back. He's our punt returner. They sent in Noah deep.
Yeah. It's gonna be Noah
looks
deep.
like Noah Brody coming out of the game there. They've got 11 on the field.
Always makes you nervous when you got a different guy back there.
Yep.
But I know Noah's got great hands.
Yeah. Well,
really,
when in doubt, just get away from it.
That's right.
Get the possession.
Love to see him hit one like he did earlier.
And he kind of did.
He kind of did.
And
we'll take that field position right now.
Yeah, it takes kind of a sideways bounce, which I would say is in Westfield's favor. And the Hornets will get the football back in plus territory.
Yep.
So all in all, not a disaster getting down the field and not scoring.
That worked out really well for the Hornets.
But you've got to put some pressure on Pinewood right here. Score and score quickly, get that defense back out, and see if you can't force another stop.
And Ryan Powers is not.
Yes, he is.
Oh,
He's
he is
in the
back
slot.
out. Okay. But we do. Luke White is not in the game currently. Dean Massey has come in at right guard. That's a
And
good
it is
read.
Porter.
Just keep your feet, Porter. Good. It's a great run. Oh, still on his feet. Wow. Porter with a great run right there. That's a senior that doesn't want his season to end right there.
Tell you what, he's a tough runner.
He really is.
He's been plagued at times by turnovers, but tell you what, right there he shows you, as you said, grit and determination.
In his defense, he's really cleaned that up.
Yeah, you haven't seen it like you saw it earlier in the year.
Just the toughness right there. I think you said it best. Don't want a senior season to end.
Powers.
Good job by the defender getting a hand in
I think
there.
so. That was a great play by the defender.
Play,
that was
great
number
coverage.
2, Jake Rogers.
It's okay. Incomplete pass stops the clock. Second down and 10. We're fine. I don't know that we've called a timeout this half.
No, we've got all 3 left.
Yeah.
Why is
That's probably better that he dropped it, honestly.
That's an incompletion to Brody McDaniel.
It was going to save you some clock time anyway.
It would have got us 2 yards.
Yeah.
But
it's two down territory here.
You got to get half of it.
Yep.
I think you look something up the seam in the middle of the field. Right there. I mean, they had Ryan Powers earlier wide open on.
The problem is going in the seam, you're going right to their best player.
That's right. He's sitting in there just.
I mean,
hey.
I would keep it on the edge out here.
They switched it up.
Yep. They to match up with Ryan.
Trying to hit no on the wheel. Get north-south. Oh, buddy, that's not what that's a blocking up. Yep, he got him.
So what do you do here if you're Pinewood? Do you take that interception inside the 5?
Yes, I would.
Yes.
But it's effectively a punt for us.
But that's going to be a 15-yarder from the 34.
Yeah.
That won't be 15.
Yeah. Well,
Blindside, that's a personal foul.
No, it's blocking
the
back.
back. Be 10. Yeah, I take the you can't turn down the possession.
I don't know. I'd be tempted.
Ran a little solo route there with by the time. Well, it wasn't necessarily a solo route, but by the time Kirkley had rolled out to his right so far, he only had one guy to throw it to.
So what do you do in that situation? You just got to turn and just like get in the way of the guy because that guy could have made the play.
Yeah.
It wasn't one of those where he's just looking to knock somebody's head off. I mean, that guy could have made the play.
You got to wait till the guy turns.
I thought he called the first contact. He ran into another guy too. I mean, it's going to be quarterback run. You know it's going to. We got the edge. Oh, that's holding. I don't know. We lost the edge there. I kind of felt like we got pulled inside there a little bit.
I was wondering when you dip inside like that and then you can't get away from it, it's normally
but that's why
telltale.
That's why you run the play to your sideline.
That's right.
I learned that a long time ago.
That's true.
If you're gonna run the sweep, run it to your sideline.
They were actually short of the first. I thought he got enough.
No, he stepped out of bounds a couple yards short.
One thing you can say about Pinewood, they have not turned the football over tonight.
No.
They have once.
Yep.
Once we got a strip sack.
Yep.
That's better.
You got a first down, though.
Yeah, but that's pretty good play by Brady Greer, though. Kept that outside leverage and made that play.
Looks like it's going to be enough for a first down, though.
Yep. I think you got it.
Yep.
Got to have a negative play again, like we talked about. I mean, obviously turnovers
it's
that you want.
no secret where the ball's going right now.
Right. And the worst part now is they seem conscious of that clock.
Yep.
Yeah, inexplicably, the last drive throwing the ball up. Can't understand
bringing a little
that.
pressure this time. Second and 4.
Yep.
So the Hornets desperately needing something to happen.
And you got to start thinking about using your timeouts to save some clock, and maybe one of those third down things.
Quarterback lead. Just patient.
Yep.
Waiting for the play to open
up. He's going to be marked a little bit short.
I don't see Cole Miller on the field. I wonder if I see him standing over there.
So 3rd and 1. You think that maybe the only thing that's going to stop Wasson from getting a first down here is probably a bad snap.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you know, penetration can stop that too. We kinda
it can. It just seems
Yeah.
like when Westfield's got in the backfield, they haven't been able to really get him down on the ground.
Right.
He's just tough to bring down.
He's a good player. We knew that coming in.
Well, and they've obviously designed pretty much the entire offense around him. So you've got, you know.
Why wouldn't you?
Right. You got a battering ram back there.
Quarterback run right.
And he picks it up.
It's a luxury when you've got a player like that, you know, even when you maybe don't block a play perfectly, he can find a way to get you positive yardage.
Right. Well, I think that what's going to, unless something changes, what Westfield's going to look back on is when they had a chance to take a stranglehold on the game.
Early, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you could have been up 2 scores, and then it's really maybe Wasson in a different capacity as maybe more of a thrower at that point.
Smart play by Wasson to go down in bounds.
Yep. Yeah, a pretty heady play right there because he had an opportunity to step out of bounds.
Mm-hmm. I always love those plays that end on your sideline because you get a chance to give your quarterback the play. Don't talk about sending it in with somebody else. Bringing pressure.
It's a hold.
Yeah, we got tackled.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, Luke got tackled right there.
See Cole coming back into the game. So go ahead.
Oh, I was about to say that's actually beneficial for an offense in this situation because the clock's going to start, right? Keep running. They get the down back. They lose the yardage, but
the way they're moving the ball, we have to have some sort of negative play. That's going to stop if we don't get that.
Well, you can't let them have 2nd and 10 right there or 2nd and 9.
Oh, no. I'm not saying we should have declined. I'm just saying it almost seems like that's
it was going to be running
benefit.
Yeah.
We're not far removed from having to think about using our timeouts.
Yeah, unless you get a turnover here.
I mean, 2 scores too, so.
Set the edge that time. Yep. Oh, you got to blow the whistle, officials. Yep. Can't throw a flag on him if you don't blow the whistle.
He took a knee there not to go out of bounds.
Right.
Because what he's saying is that 40 seconds is more valuable than that yardage.
That's right.
I think you've got to call timeout after this play.
I would think so. I might would have considered it right there, honestly. But
well, but you've only got 3. Yeah,
every coach does that differently. But you can kind of control the clock a little when you're on offense, though.
It's a 2nd down and 23. Man.
Yeah.
So 3rd down and 14.
Yeah.
I think they're going to hold and call a timeout after this play.
Which will save some timeouts for.
Right. If you score, then you still theoretically could possibly get the ball back.
It's a 2-score game. I mean, that's the problem you got at this point.
So, 3rd and 13 to go.
And your hope is that Pinewood throws the ball, but I don't see that. I wouldn't bet the farm on it.
Yeah, that's going to be a delay.
They're going to delay a game.
They got a timeout.
Took a timeout.
So we'll stay here with the timeout.
This drive has been what the doctor ordered for the Patriots for sure. Yes, they're in 3rd and 15 or 14, and they haven't crossed midfield yet, but they have burned a good bit of time off the clock.
Was it 7 minutes when they got the ball on the interception? Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take long. A few first downs and you burn 4 or 5 minutes off the clock.
Just got to get the ball back and try to get a score. I mean, you always have the possibility of recovering an onside kick, which we obviously would have to do. But like you said earlier, I think the frustrating part about this game is the 2 times inside the red zone, inside the 10 that you came away with nothing. Also the punt touchdown, where they had the little
that
reverse.
was sort of the backbreaker.
It was.
Well, you've been in the second half down there twice now.
Well,
inside the red zone.
But the backbreaker was definitely the punt return. It shifted all the momentum that we had coming out of the first half back to the guys in
the
Kelly Green. It's a good job.
Timeout.
And now there's a timeout from the Hornets. 2:19 to go. Hornets will burn their first. And we assume there'll be a punt here from Pinewood.
Yeah, Pinewood will be punting for sure.
I mean, honestly, though, it doesn't set up bad for Westfield. If they can get a quick score, you still got 2 timeouts. That's kind of the thought there. So if you don't get the onside kick, the game's not over if you're able to get a score.
I mean, the good thing for us is we're used to the fast-paced offense, but it's got to be something quick. And the problem is you've got to rely on that onside kick, which is just not a high percentage thing.
Right. Yeah, crazier things have happened.
I was going to say, if this was the Brookwood game, we'd still have 45 minutes of real time.
Yep, and probably 4 scores left.
Better kick for him.
But kind of straight out of bounds. Yeah. That's going to be at about the 36.
But truth be known, if it was me, I'd be okay with it going out of bounds right there.
Main thing for me is, if I'm Pinewood, is to catch the snap and get rid of the ball.
Yep. Oh, yeah. And, I was just sitting there thinking before that, do you just go for it right there instead?
Yeah.
I mean, but you got your senior quarterback back there as a punter, so you feel confident that he's not going to do anything really crazy.
Well, we got to have a quick score.
We got to have chunks. We got to have chunks right here.
And really, we'll obviously be in hurry up here to some sort of NASCAR or whatever they call our hurry up.
Got to try to find Ryan
They're sticking
here.
in their little cover 1 set, so we'll have some matchups. Stayed in bounds, but we got the first.
Yep.
Should be stopping the clock. Yep.
We got to go quick. Got to go quick.
Get on the line.
Yep. Clock is running. Let's go.
We need to have it. Yeah, play needs to be going.
Yeah.
Get out of bounds, get out of bounds, get out of bounds.
There
Good.
you go. Nice play right there.
That's that shallow play again. They just changed it, and they can change receivers that run it. That time it was to Noah.
Can you go vertical here? Try to score a cheapie quick?
You can. You just got to be careful hanging one up because Watson's in the middle of the field, like Coach said earlier. You might can do something running to the sideline. You got our best two guys really kind of down here in the boundary. Oh, great play.
Yep, nice play right there.
What great
Heads up,
concentration by
composure.
Kirkley. Yeah, composure.
Why is the
great
clock
work.
running?
Drops the ball and reaches down and grab it, keeps his eyes downfield, and catches Brody McDaniel on the out route for a big gain and stop the clock. Taking a shot.
I just want to know how that's any different than what Ryan did earlier.
I've been refraining from comment on that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand. I don't think either one is pass interference, if I'm being honest. But I don't really get the difference. He didn't even turn back to look for the ball on that one.
Just got an update. Perry is losing 39-25. That game must be pretty late as well.
Wow.
Who are they playing?
Flowery Branch, I believe. Who?
Cedartown.
Cedartown, that's right. They played Flowery Branch last week. That's right. Thank you, Mandy. Cedartown is the number 2 team in the state, I think. Good ball.
Got to get to the line.
Yep, got to hurry.
Well,
it's a first down.
First down,
but still
you
be
still got to get up there.
Yep, got to go. Got to go.
We've done what we needed to so far. Just got to get this ball in the end zone right here. Give yourself a shot. Are they going to let the chains reset before they start? Nope.
It's like college or the NFL.
Oh, we got a penalty. What's he calling it? That guy right there has gotten us on a few.
Yeah, he's
tonight.
Were we misaligned over there?
It's tough down here in this part of the field. Illegal shift.
Illegal shift.
It's tough down here in this part of the field when because that and you hear this said all the time,
yeah.
but that back line on the end zone is kind of shrinks the field down a little bit. So you can't really have a lot of space.
I think they're going to take the result of the play.
I would.
2nd and 10.
Well, I know at this point
I'd back him up.
I'd back him up.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah. At this point,
he declined it.
Yeah. Well, it was a loss of 3. So.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. I don't.
Well, you're only going to lose. You only gain 2 yards, and a down.
Gonna make something happen here. Oh boy.
Yep.
Can't throw it in there. That's where Mick Watson lives.
Yep.
It was late too.
Yep.
If the ball's thrown on the line, it's probably
you just can't throw it there. Not with that kid in the middle.
And that'll be the ball game.
Yeah, that's your backbreaker for sure. I love the fight in the team though.
Yeah.
Well,
we had all kind of opportunities.
Sure did.
Yeah, I mean,
that's going to be the thing that hurts the most, I think.
Yeah, that's going to be hard for the players to swallow. Is the fact that I think that they're going to look back and say, that first half probably should have been up a couple scores.
Yep.
I think looking back on it, you're probably gonna think about not being able to run the ball as effectively as you
absolutely
want to.
Absolutely, but let me talk about this graduating group of seniors for 1 second. I had the good fortune to coach these guys for several years, and I can't name them all, so I'm not even going to try. But this bunch was part of that group last year. They kind of helped turn us around a little bit, and obviously had a great season this year as well. And have accomplished a lot at this school for sure. So really proud of that bunch.
Right, so Westfield will lose here tonight. Congratulations to Pinewood. They do move on to face John Millage next week.
Your prize is
you get to play the two-time defending state champs in John Millage. We'll see if their state championship trip fares any different than their early season trip against John Millage.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, unfortunately for Westfield, this is one of those games, in my opinion, where as a player, to me, it hurts more than even a last-second loss, because you're looking back and saying,
what ifs.
You still got a lot on the field where you're like, man, we had opportunity after opportunity.
Yeah.
But you got to tip your hat to Pinewood. They did what they needed to do in the red zone on defense, and Westfield, unfortunately, was not able to stop the big plays. That was the theme for Pinewood, big plays.
And really, kind of what we thought, Wasson is a special player now. I mean, he is a special player, and it showed tonight. We had problems stopping him all night long. And all the things you said were right. But, you came out and you competed hard. You made it here. That says a lot about you as a program.
2 years in a row.
That's right. 2 years in a row to semifinals. And just a good job by our kids and our coaches. And don't let that be overlooked. The fact that you got here, not that you lost, but you got here. That matters.
Right. So, unfortunately, Westfield ends their season here tonight in Belleville. They'll look forward to basketball season. And for these graduating seniors, all that they've done for Westfield is definitely much appreciated. And, again, thank yous out to them. I'd like to thank y'all for helping me out a lot of the season and filling in at times, especially when I decided to be a bozo and try to cut my arm off. But anyways.
Keep the radio announcer away from sharp objects.
Right. So anyways, unfortunately, the season ends here tonight for the Hornets. Good luck to the Pinewood Patriots as they move on to face John Millage next week at Mercer University. And we should be gearing up, ready for our first basketball broadcast in the next few weeks. So look out for that. And again,
first basketball games for us will be Tuesday, actually.
Tuesday.
Boys and girls at Southland.
No,
at home.
At home, I
Southland
believe.
at home.
Okay. So look for that. And, again, I appreciate y'all helping us. And I guess we'll say so long here from Belleville. Westfield comes on the road in the Final Four, loses 32-20. Fought hard all season long. And just congratulations to both these squads, and good luck to Pinewood next week. So we're signing off, saying so long here from Belleville. You've been watching Hornet football right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.